Well, thank you ever so much. All saying congratulations to our Miss P. Thank you. I know a lot of people have been so excited about this, and 2/3 of the stock has already gone. If you're wondering about it, please check your baskets out. It is exceptionally busy. I know we've been asking John if we can have extra stock already. Is that it? So we've got what we can. You do need to check your baskets out, so please, and I love that you've got different options. So if, like our Miss B said, if you can't go for the biggie today, or you're thinking, you know what, that's going to do the job for me, that is $10.99. You can get that on its own, $10.99. So affordable, and it does what, you know, it does this that she's showing us, so I'll stop talking.
Right, so I have like had all the mechanisms here. Right, so I'm gonna put here, I have got this bit here that I'm gonna use the pocket tool for this.
Lovely.
You know, I'm all fingers and thumbs because...
Don't worry. When I was playing with this the other night, I mean the other day, whenever it was, I didn't wait for my card to dry. It is a lot easier if you wait for your card to dry. Especially when you've been using texture paste and gesso. Absolutely.
Now again, with the kind of a spine that we have, or the hinge, and here is actually hinge, you kind of fold it, the lines that you have in here, you have got, even if you wanted bigger, thicker spines, then remember, it doesn't matter what you have in here. Look at that, how it works in here. And then you have, instead of the locking key, you have got the tag. Remember, it cuts that indentation. You press it, you fit it through, and you lock it in there. And then you have the elements. And remember, you could have a piece like this, and we have got pieces like that. They are beautiful.
Yeah.
So you could trim it, or you can literally just go like this.
Yeah.
Like something like this, or random, maybe like this, and it doesn't need to be perfect, or you can make it perfect if you want it. It's up to you how you do it. Just press it down, and of course, you know.
It's so exciting. We're very busy in Europe and America. That's so exciting. Thank you ever so much if you are watching. Remember, if you do have any questions, this is live TV, so you can email in studio@thecraftstore. I really had to think about that. .com. So if you do want to email in, please do so. And, you know, if you've any questions. But thank you ever so much. It's very exciting.
Yeah, so see, basically, you don't kind of put all those bits and pieces. I mean, now I can go in and say, well, that's a bit too big, so I can then trim it down. Yeah. But you can see how you start building those elements in here.
Abs has emailed in. Did you even have Valentine's? She heard.
Hiya, thank you, Abs.
He's watching.
Oh, thank you, Abs. You know, this is the thing. Like, one of the things I wanted also is to incorporate, to make a journal that I can bring, my, you know, all uncreated stamps and stencils. I have used them here. Also wanted to show this sample because I'm very proud with Tracy Hayes' beautiful stamps.
I love Tracy Hayes stuff. That's so cute.
So this is
a coloured-in book.
It's a colouring book, exactly. So then you could actually say, I'm colouring this and taking it to whatever. I can add more texture. I can bring in stencils, and then you can put it back.
You could actually. I mean, there could be pages that you can cut up and use for your cards.
Absolutely.
So that could be your little book that you're carrying around with you, but then you cut it out and they're your toppers. Yeah. Because they make beautiful card toppers.
Absolutely.
I mean, you've got so many cards that are literally, I'm trying to rummage for cards now, but you've got like, for instance, you've got a lot of cards that's a card, but actually that could be the page.
Absolutely.
So then you can obviously take it out and make it your own.
Now you mentioned that, with the hinge system, which I don't know where I put it, this would hold all your Christmas cards, for instance. Once that you want to put them, you can then like cut them. So you just like cut this on the spine, and then you can do a book of the little, you know, or home card, new homes, or babies, or things like that.
Yeah, keep them all together. That's a lovely idea.
And then it's
that's beautiful. And actually, you could put, you know, on the back of the card, the boring back of the card, then you could put photographs, couldn't you? What was that? The Molly's have emailed in as well.
The Molly.
That's so cute. If you're wondering at home who are the Mollies. So yeah, similar to craze. They're not at all. They're IKEA, not similar to the craze at all. They're beautiful.
Right.
Okay.
Right,
Miss P?
I don't know what I'm doing now anymore.
Do you want me to give a doodah while you get your
Yes,
head
please.
sorted? Okay, this is it. I'm going to show you finished samples. So your main collection, let's just talk about main collection. So what you've got, of course, is the main body. So that is going to cut those fantastic quirky pages. It's giving you the all-important, the slot there that your actual hinge fits into. You've got an extender. You've got lots of additional extras that we'll talk about. You've then got the lock, essentially, that locks all those pages in together. You've also got within your big collection, and these are really nice. This is something that Paula does a lot, actually, puts those extra pages in her art journal books. And it's having those beautiful, detailed pages, and that is definitely a Paula thing, is that one. You've then got all these little extra dies, loads of beautiful decorative dies that you can then use, and I will show you these. You've then got, within your big collection, you come on to, oh, and these are beautiful. So you've got your, all your little extras now. So we are talking, you know, filling the pages. We're talking decoration. We're talking adding those wonderful elements. And you've got all sorts on there. You've got your geometrics, your beautiful, the wonderful foliage down there, the botanicals. I love the heart as well, 2-part die. I know I'm not going through them in detail, and I do apologise, but I know it's important to see how everything works. Let me show you some samples. Now, this is the exciting bit, because all of these samples, and there's such a huge variety, they've all been made with this collection. You might be card making. And obviously there's some beautiful, beautiful cards made out of these. You might be using your wonderful, all your gorgeous, you know, your bits of card that you've got left over. All these, of course, we instantly recognise as all and great. Hi, Abs! But look, what you've got there is one of your, can you see? So one on that side, one on that side. So you're almost creating a gatefold book. That could be using anything. You could fold it whichever way you want it. This is the beautiful thing about this system. The way that you can use it. Your decorative papers. All your gorgeous decorative papers. So what decorative papers have you got in your stash that you don't want to cut up? You make them into a beautiful notebook. I mean, it could be a notebook, it could be your journal, it could be whatever you want it to be. Your envelopes, beautiful envelopes that you can then create little pocket books in, which looks absolutely exquisite. And don't forget, I mean, this is something, man, look at that one. This is something that isn't size specific. So you can create so many different looks. I mean, that is just phenomenal. So you're incorporating all the dies that you've got in your collections. What else have you got in your collections? I mean, that's the beautiful Stamperia papers. I love going through and recognising all the different papers. Let me show you I'll just show you one more, because this messes with my head. Look at this. I wish she'd done that. So she's die cut the circles. That is just right. So look at this. She's die cut the circles. Look at all the circles. So she's die cut them. Oh, that's a lot of thinking. I'm not even going to try and explain that, because that's.
Yes. What I think is it's genius, the circle bit, but the fact that she has double hinge.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I never thought of that.
That is amazing. Honestly, the team, thank you. You are you're mad with all your creations. But absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much. Every single one is amazing. Now, almost 70% of the stock has gone. This is the other thing. Look, different size of pages. Again, you are not limited. It's absolutely up to you. You can create so many different looks, and it feels sturdy. I think this is a big deal, Paula, because you've created a journaling system that's held together with card,
yes,
but that feels sturdy.
It does.
Do you know, it's not something that you think, oh, is it going to fall to bits? It feels really, really compact, but really, really, solid.
Solid. And of course, there is ways of even making it more solid. But one of the reasons, and that was a very good point, is I just want to make sure that it was as open. The way that the dies are designed, the thickness and everything, is to make sure that it would cut the most amount of different materials as well. Because I started designing dies for quite over a decade ago now, I think. And of course, that is very important, that you know you want the versatility of the materials that cuts. And then of course that means that then you have got more possibilities, more creative. Of course it depends on your die cutting machine, and obviously the plates as well, because I know this because my mother every now and again is like, can I have some more new plates, because they don't cut anymore. It's just a plate, sometimes it needs a change, but that's the reality of it.
Well, that's just die cutting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
What else do you want to show us, our Paula?
Well, I mean, this hour is basically to just go and show you how it all works, rather than one of the dies I haven't mentioned is really like the geometrics. And again, with apps, we were talking about how much we like the triangles and diamonds. So I put this one that cuts out into the card, and then we have the one that will cut it in here as well. So that one we can cut it out if you wanted to. So it will create, I'll have it somewhere, another here. Let's see, I am trying sort of organized, but not that. So that could create like more of a window if you wanted to.
Beautiful.
So you have all possibilities.
Yeah.
So then
but that allows you, because that die just cuts into the card. I mean, you could die cut it again and again and again.
Absolutely, you could then make it into like a kind of it's not exactly tessellating in the way that it kind of, but you can expand it. You could then put it there, here, for instance. Shall we do that?
Do it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Because this is the thing.
And you can have it dropping off the page as well.
Oh, you can. And also, the idea was, because I did these ones.
Oh, Haley. Who else has emailed?
Oh,
Miss Peps. Hi, Pepper.
Hi,
Hi, Haley. I nearly called you Hazel then. Sorry, Haley.
This one, for instance, will fit. Can you see? If you want to do a little bit of paper piecing, that will be exactly a little bit bigger. So then you can do floating elements as well.
Cool.
And then the same it goes for this one. And of course, then you have got the X hexagon, which is here separately. So you can do the same thing here.
Beautiful.
So if you wanted to do that. So see, there are all these possibilities in here. Because it's called Miss P Loves, almost every single, well, I think every set has got a little heart in it somewhere. So this is kind of the heart in here.
Beautiful.
And so if we are going to do this, I wanted to show, I missed that. I was kind of concentrated. What did you just say?
Our Christy's having a look for the hearts in every collection.
Oh, I think there is one maybe missing, one that is missing. Because even in, which one is not, it doesn't have a heart?
The one with the geometrics.
The geometrics.
She might be right.
Oh, you might be right, actually. Yeah, you might be right, actually.
Yeah.
Oh. Got to spot it. Oh, yeah. I know why. Because this is how it works. So you get the heart. So it's the arrows that go through the heart.
Boom.
That's why. That was actually did that.
Well rescued, Paula.
Well rescued. That's right.
So close.
So close. Right. Also, what I can do is you can see here how you kind of were talking.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then what I also wanted to show is one concept that you will see it throughout is also these paper clips. I just kind of thought it was cool to get those paper clips that kind of go in if you wanted to kind of put them in there. So you can glue them or leave them like this.
That's cute.
But also they are, so if you, for instance, have, for instance, a heart here, let's put it in here. Sorry, Hannah, black on white is the worst. I know that the director, Hannah, but you could hold it.
Oh yeah, that's lovely.
And then you have.
I love the paper clip.
And they could be also kind of photo corners as well. So if you don't want to glue something, you just glue this element to the page and you have that kind of element.
They'll go on the apertures that you've just cut with the triangles.
Absolutely.
They'll slot in there as well, won't
Absolutely. So you could then, for instance, do like this. Then you just kind of put them in here.
Which looks really pretty.
And then this one would be the same size as well. So you could then kind of do it, their paper pieces if you wanted to, or you can just put it into the smaller one. And again,
and have it floating.
Yeah, kind of just having floating elements in there.
Yeah, they look cool. So that one is obviously just one of the dies. So that one is the...
this one is with their main one day special.
Because look, it's only that little one. That little one. And that little one gives you so many different options with that one. So if you're wondering what that one is, that one goes over that one. Okay, so that's where they are. Okay, next, please.
Okay.
Next, Paula, next.
Next. All right. So what I'm going to show, I'm just kind of thinking, what we want to. Oh yes, this of course, the pages. So the pages have, you know, these pages are on their own, but also of course they will give you the mats and layers. So to me, it's very important to have them both because, for instance, if you wanted to do something like this, so you can see this is die cut out of black, the main pages, and then you have here the white elements in here. So this is why the elements are so important. The pages.
Ranging.
Really?
Just to say she's loving the show, but she rang in specifically.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
That's so
Sorry,
sweet.
I should stand up.
Yeah, right. So if you wanted to, for instance, you want to create a panel. So we create a panel here.
Yeah, because this is very you, isn't it?
It is, and this is one of
your thing.
my thing.
Your
My
thing.
thing. So let me grab. This is I'm going to use black cards. This is not actually. This is more like paper as well, but it's not between paper and cards. It's not so thick. It's around 200 GSM, but you can use up to 300 GSM. If you are using 300 GSM, please use one die at a time because then that will give it a little bit more of pressure to go through it.
Cool.
So what?
And that die obviously it'll work as the plain die will work as your mat and layer.
Yes.
But then it will also cut out the detail of that die. But the other die that you cut out the detail, that is actually cutting into your page. So that could just be in your page.
I mean, it could have been cut into the page if I wanted. Now, what I wanted is to show you another thing that you can do. Let me show this with this page, for instance. You can then put it, and this is one of the reasons, is because it's so random, you don't have to put it the way that it should be.
Yeah.
You can then put it like this. And then it works because the whole page, if you wanted to put it in here, you can. The other thing that I have done, and the original one had it, is that once that you have got this element, there is another way to secure it. If you want to glue something here and create a problem, you can. The only thing I would say is that once that you glue something into the hinge, you will not be able to open it up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only how we say caveat to gluing something here is that you can, and it looks perfect, but then you will not be able to.
Well, there's times you're going to want to do that. There's
Absolutely.
times you're like, if you're selling them or giving them as gifts, then that's what you're going to do, isn't it? Because it's possibly your own that you're going to be doing that with.
And
but no, that looks beautiful.
Yeah. And the other thing is, for instance, I'm now kind of thinking, you know what? I would like to glue this element to the outside of the hinge, right?
Yeah.
But this looks very solid, right? So what I'm going to do, and this is the whole concept, is about what I'm doing now. Yes, I know I'm being a scatty demos, and partly it's because I'm still nervous, but partly is because this is the whole concept about this collection.
And it's not scatty, it's just showing you can do this, you can do this, you can do this.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of the kind of thing that is like, well, this is how we craft at home, isn't it? It's like we kind of thinking, oh, I have got this idea, and I wanted when I kind of thought about this system, I kind of thought this is absolutely, you know, it's a kind of a little bit of something that allow me to change my mind. That kind of created a system for our journaling that could allow me to say, I can change my mind every single time that I want it. And I want to create something that, you know, I can be
unique.
Yeah.
I think this is what I love about it. It's simple. For me, anything that's going to require faff, meh. So for me, it's the simplicity, but the fact that it just allows me to use anything. I can use all my scraps. I can use anything, whatever I find. And like you say, it's so ridiculously versatile.
It is. And for somebody, you know, it's perfect for commitment folks. You know, if you are one of those ones that change your mind every now and then, like, oh, this is perfect because you can change your mind a lot.
You know,
and
I love that hinge in the centre. It's so easy but so effective.
Oh, and by the way, there is also one of the larger arrows. Let me find the large arrow in the geometry. That one can work as a hinge, as a locking mechanism as well. So it can go, it's been designed. Just make sure that that's going, opening there. Can you see? That kind of works in there.
That's cool.
So that kind of locks it there because that bit has been designed so it's a little bit thicker than the rest, so that kind of goes in. So you could use it. You don't need to because you have got 2 locking keys and there. But then here you can see that then when I add this and there, I can add that and it's more floaty.
Yes, yes.
So then I can go in with my glue in here.
Have you used it with acetate?
Oh, that's a very good question. I have indeed. I'm doing it the wrong way. I'm putting it into there, but then that will dry clear. Oh, that's fine. That's fair there. And then kind of wipe
that looks
it.
So cool.
Should have put it in the black element, but you can see in there that kind of adding those pages. Now, acetate, there is a sample with acetate. I may have it there.
Got it.
Yeah, you got it. So basically with acetate, I did that one, and some acetates I found no problem, and some of them had. But John Lowood told me that if you use watercolor cards and then the acetate and then the dye, or vice versa, I don't know, I think that's how he said, it will die cut it.
Right, okay. That's wonderful. So just give it a bit of a tooth to cling on to, because that is just, I mean, again, it just looks so effective. It is, right, I'm going to give you a bit of a quick update because this is ridiculously busy. Okay, the phones are really busy. I do apologise. I know a lot of you have been waiting for quite some time. We're really sorry. You can get on the website. It is the craft store. Yes. .com, so please get on the website. That's how you'll be able to get your order through a little bit quicker than on the phones. We are getting through those calls as quickly as we can, but this is exceptionally popular. The first collection RMSP has brought to us with Crafts 2, of course, which is amazing. And Crafts 2, I mean, we know and love Crafts 2. I've known Crafts 2 as a company for years, since I started in the craft industry. And with me and John were just talking, because I used to order for Topaz, and we used to have a wall of peel-offs, and so many of those were from Crafts 2. So I've known this company for years and years. Such a good company for our Miss P to work with, because they deliver incredible products at fabulous prices. I mean, $10.99 for something that will give you so much. But also they're bringing you these as quickly as they can, and they're bringing you a phenomenal price for such an incredible collection. So thank you, Crafts 2. Now, if you do want yours, head to the website. Shall I show more finished samples? I think that's the best way, isn't it? Because let's face it, everybody's worked so hard, and the samples are amazing. And this is it. They are so different. Katie said they're so different, and that's it. I think when you look at things like this, Paula said fabric. Look at that, the fabric. It is amazing. You'll be using your decorative papers, so think about those decorative papers that you don't want to use. This, and I say it all the time, journaling is the way to use your decorative papers, because you keep this. You're not going to give it away. You're not going to, make cards out of it and then they go to people who might not appreciate it. This is something you're keeping. You might be making these to sell, which quite frankly, I think is a wonderful concept, because this is easy to make to sell. You're running it through your die cutting machine. I mean, how easy is that? So if you're making your own journals, your own little books, this is just an absolute must. And look, what's your idea?
No, because you could write a story.
Oh,
and then because they're open dies, you could die cut them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can sell it then.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many ways. There's so many ways of using it. It's one of those, and like this, because that is actually, again, part of the die. So that is your the actual hinge mechanism, but used on the other side. And that's the thing, isn't it? You are using so many different concepts. This is a very Miss P thing to do as well. So obviously using scraps of dies, bits of dies, using dies so they're floating, which looks gorgeous, using all your beautiful backgrounds, chopping up all those backgrounds. So you can tell this is Paula. And look how beautiful that is. That's just a book of backgrounds and then black dies on it. How effective but possible, and you can do that. Anybody can do that. And again, there's so many different dies in this collection. I mean, we've not really talked about a lot of these dies. There'll be a lot of dies that you get home and you'll think, oh, what did we do with this? What are we going to do with this? Honestly, Paola's got a few hours depending on stock. And that will hopefully explain absolutely everything. You know, Paola did talk about the insert dies as well. That's the page insert, so this will allow you to mat and layer, and I love that, and I love this on the end. How cool is that?
Because that's a very good point. We can do a show because that's a different way of hinging it. Because and I haven't even and this is one because you know how we have put the wider element outside.
Yeah.
You can do it the other way around. So you can bring the smaller element, the bigger element inside it. Right, so that kind of end, and then you can use the locking key. Where is some locking key? That's the cutting mats, so they're fine. They're not fragile. And then you can use your locking key here. Yeah. And instead of using a locking key, you could use like
chopsticks.
Chopsticks.
I mean, genius. Because that looks so cool.
It could be pens.
Yeah, it could be pens. It could be anything, couldn't it? Let's face it, I mean, you could get so creative with this. It's going to be so exciting seeing what people do with these, Paola.
That's actually a very good point. If you want to put any things that you make on social media, just hashtag Miss P Loves and anywhere. And also, of course, the crafting with John next door and crafts too. That is where you should if you want to share inspiration as well.
Amazing. It is so busy. In fact, 70% of the stock has gone. John is here. We have been saying, can we get any more? The answer is no. What we've got is what we've got. If you are having trouble checking out, because I know it has been a little bit dodgy, please try PayPal, because I always forget we've even got PayPal. Please try PayPal as well, because that is another option for you. 194352 is your item number. That is your big bundle today. Be part of freedom, because obviously it saves you money. You're not paying postage, and it also means today to get the full collection you're only going to be paying £23.38. That is obviously thecraftstore.com, or you can get on the telephone 01733602000. But of course the queues are a little bit busy, so you're best going on to the website. Paola, before we're about 10 minutes ish.
Well,
do you want to? What else do you want to show us?
Well, I'm going to go because I have discovered the mixed media.
I like this.
You need one. It's really good, craft store. Now, because what I'm going to do is I have got two of them here. Now, one of the things I would say, I'm going to spritz over it, and one of the things I would say is don't score it or don't fold it more if you are going to spritz it, because then of course if you have got open fibers, the water will seep in. I mean, it's not a major thing. What I would definitely don't do is close it back again. But I'll show you what I mean. Because now I'm using icing sprays, which are amazing. And
are these the set ones?
The set after.
Look at that colour.
They are. Now you can just leave it like this, or like just dab it, and I kind of like the can you see the little texture? I know that you one day, because I watch you all the time, like fangirling here. But kind of wanted paper towel that didn't have texture.
Yes, I do.
Sometimes you want a little bit of texture to get a little bit of color in there. So we have also, it has kind of created a stencil. What I meant at the beginning is, while it's wet, don't fold it back. I mean, I'm going to be very naughty and do it. But the reason is you want to make sure that it's dry before you fold it, because obviously the fibers are there. But you have these pages in here, but look at that. You have the contrast in there. Then I kind of go in, fold it this way. And then you have this bit here. Beautiful. And again, here I'm going to do the spine. So I kind of wanted to do a little bit of, I love this. These colors are so yummy. Love that.
All the colours are available on the website. I know we haven't touched on them,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're really nice.
Also, you can kind of go
got
in
these
and
yet.
split. And by the way, I'm using mixed media card from Dolly Dimples, which I adore because it's not quite white, but then of course that means with the colors. I don't mind so much of this color, this kind of in the side like this. I kind of, you can always undo it again.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's unbound. So then I kind of go in. I'm going to put this side in. There is no right or wrong. You can mix it and match it.
I love that. I love that there isn't a wrong way.
There
You
is
know,
not a wrong
because
way.
then it means that, again, it's easy.
And for instance, now I kind of wanted to do, for instance, as a hinge, as a locking mechanism, one of the botanicals. Or yeah, because then you can do.
That's really pretty.
So let me put it there. There. And can go there, and that will be a
cute.
little flower in there. So there are other things, and then look at that, it kind of comes in a little bit.
That's sweet.
Now, also one of the things I wanted to put, because it's like when we were talking, and this is the great thing of working with John, is that he's a crafter, he knows design styles,
Yeah.
and we were kind of, and I said, oh, this would be nice for memories as well,
Yeah,
not just for our journals. So of course, then I thought, well, we had to put a frame, and this in one, and of course, I'm going to put one of my favorite pictures. And then
What are you using?
I don't know. It's one. It's not too bad, this one.
Oh, no, I like that.
Before it got messy the night. And then we'll put it like this. But then what you can do is glue it. And of course, you know, if you wanted to, you can then put a little.
Oh, and then you have your lovely your lovely little doodah whatsits.
And then we have that.
The paper clippy ones.
The paper clip, absolutely. So the paper clipsy, paper clipsy. Where are they?
Where is the paper clipsy?
There it is. There we have got one. So then you can then put it like
so
this.
cute.
There.
Paper
And of
clip
course,
there.
that way you can kind of glue it if you wanted
Yeah.
to. Or I like to not see. I'm non-committal.
We know.
Do you? There we have. But look
So
at that.
pretty. Yeah, ain't that cool?
And then we kind of put.
Yeah. Well, you've got so many pages to decorate then.
Also, the one of the pages, the geometric, I die cut it out of masking, maskets, or I don't know how it's called, this one. And then I'm gonna go with. I like to use the StazOn or something permanent, because that means that it doesn't matter what I have. I've got underneath.
Yeah.
And then kind of gonna.
And if you're using something like just your masking sheet.
This one is a little bit too strong. I don't that too.
I was going to say, if you're using your masking sheet, use your brush, because then it'll be
It's soft,
safer.
yeah. No, this one is a little bit older. This is what I brought in the StazOn here. But it doesn't matter, see, this one is a little bit, because that kind of adds a little bit of more of an element. And by the way, this one is definitely a tessellating pattern, which means that you can expand it if you wanted to.
Beautiful.
So you could then bring it in. See, can you see it? That
Yeah.
And this is based on a Japanese, because my inspiration, I love Japan, but also I love the geometrics are based on traditional Afghan carpets and Aztec patterns and things like this.
Amazing.
So you can bring in.
That's so cool.
See, this is too harsh, so now I kind of bring it in.
See, I quite like that.
You like it?
Yeah, but you know me, it's like, really harsh black and everything.
I don't know where I left it here, so I don't know where was I? At here? There. Well, I don't know. I don't think it was, but I kind of bring in it. Doesn't matter. Just a little bit there.
Right.
So building those
You're running out of
layers,
time.
and then this is kind of the ones that.
And that, you see, we haven't even talked about this. This is it. You've got so many extra dies, and I love that. See, because you've used black now, that just really pops, doesn't it?
And then you can, of course, cut it like just elements out of it. Now, I also made sure that the design had like these little dots. So if you like to embellish it, if you like your new, your drops or your kind of things, you can just use them for pearls as well. But you can see it here that you can then bring it in all together. Or you can also, this one is the one that you can bring in and glue it here. I mean, you cannot fit it in, but you can glue it there, so that will kind of act as a resist as well there.
That's cool.
So so there is a lots of different possibilities, and this is how I start crafting and
We've
making
got 2 minutes, Miss P.
Okay.
Right. 2 minutes, almost 3/4 of the stock has gone. If you do want to get hold of this, I know there's a lot of you waiting, going, yes, we know, Leonie, don't keep saying that, we're trying. I know, I am so sorry. Please keep trying. The orders are going through, we are getting those orders processed, so please keep trying. Obviously, you've got the PayPal option as well if you want to go for that. We cannot wait to see what you create with these. It is endless. The possibilities are endless. I love the ease of this. I love all the different little accessories that you've got in here. But the fact that now you can take all your, your beautiful decorative papers, you can take your scrap papers, you can use all those incredible backgrounds. You've got so many different elements that you can use in conjunction with this one. And that one, Paula?
Yeah.
Which
so that's a very
which die
clever.
is that one?
That, I believe, is one of the spines.
How
So you can
cool.
fold it in and create like a little pocket.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, team, that's really sweet.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And it is.
I kind of want loads of little tea bags in it. Ooh. Oh, I really, really like that. We've got seconds, quick.
Oh, this one.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
really cute. The smallest little book in the world. Upside down, Leonie. Oh, that is fabulous. Is that out of the doodah as well?
This one is also absolutely the spine. So the spine can
Amazing.
create a little booklet because you will have the spine in here, so you can
That's
add more
so
pages.
cool. Right, seconds. Miss Pete, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for
Anybody thinking of getting it? Why do you think they need it in the last remaining seconds?
because it gives them the boundless possibilities of art journaling.
Wow. Boom. That were succinct. Miss P, we'll be back with you at 8 o'clock. Please tune in then. Thank you, Paola. Bye-bye. Coming up next on the Craft Store, we have got clever prints for you. Indeed, I know he's already bought this. Craft Store presents, it's Miss P back, and then it's Canvas Court.
Did you know you can watch the Craft Store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week using the Craft Store app on your Amazon Fire Stick for free? Just like your smartphone accesses an app store to add new applications, your Amazon Fire Stick accesses the Amazon App Store to add new applications. By downloading the Craft Store app, you'll be able to access your favourite craft channel on your TV anytime you want to watch. Here's how to do it. Turn on your TV and connect your Amazon Fire Stick. If this is your first time using the device, follow the on-screen instructions to connect it to the internet and log into your Amazon account. Once set up, you'll need to open the search bar. To do this, simply use your remote circular directional dial to scroll to the search icon and select it. Now simply type the Craft Store into the search bar and this will take you to the Craft Store app. All you need to do now is select download and remember, it's free. Once this is added to your Fire Stick, you can move the app for easy access. Press and hold your home button on any app and then select the apps from the menu that appears. Scroll to the Craft Store app and then press the button with the 3 horizontal lines on your remote and select Move to Front. And that's it! You can now watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV whenever you feel crafty.
Hi there, my name's Leonie. I'm a presenter, a guest and a crafter. I love my job. I love the presenting side because I get to meet loads of really inspirational people, and that's just the beauty of this. There's always something new to learn. There's always something that you want to get into. It's fabulous. I hope you can join me on my Let Leonie Loose shows every Wednesday, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. For the past 6 years, Hochanda's been your home of crafts, hobbies and arts.
We've got some exciting news. We've got a brand new name.
From April the 1st, we'll be changing our name to The Craft Store.
This will make it easier for you to find us when scrolling through your TV channel guides and searching for us online.
Nothing else is changing. We'll be the same Hochanda that we've always been.
We're just getting a brand new name.
Demonstration-led, full of inspiration and variety, with our own dash of personality.
Welcome to the Craft Store, your home of everything crafts.
Hi, Hi, I'm Abs from Holland Create. I've been crafting for over 10 years now, and I love stamping, stenciling, creating layers, colors, textures, and creating depth and dimension. Holland Create was established in October 2016, collaborating with a group of designers and artists from all over the world, bringing different designs and products in different styles. We pride ourselves with high-quality photopolymer clear stamp sets, dies, stencils, washi tapes and acrylic blocks, all in different size and formats. I hope to bring you inspiration and different ways of using your craft products. Make sure you don't miss the Holland Create shows.
Hi, we're the team from Daisy Bee Stamps. My name's Nina, this is Josie, and this is my dad Roy. And we design and manufacture our very own polymer stamps. We decided to embark on turning our own designs into polymer stamps. We're really excited about where this is going to take us in the future and how we can evolve those designs and keep bringing you something that's just so different. So we wanted to add an extra element to our stamp collection, and this was down to Josie hand drawing the amazing sentiments that we now have in our collection. All our designs complement each other so that you can use them again and again to create something new.
Look at that beautiful view. Look at that. And they want to put a whole new housing estate on that field. I can't believe it. That would be terrible. It is, it is. What, we might as well chat and say hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Emma.
Hello.
We're just chatting. Yeah, we're on. Yeah. You know, it's the word live in that instruction. So we're just having it. See, that's what it's like anyway, all the time. Just a bit of a chit-chat there. So we're just looking at a lovely view. How are you?
I'm fine. Had a lovely hour, and I've stood here and had another lovely hour watching.
I know. Yes, it's been
lovely.
all good. It's been all good. Been busy time, isn't it?
Busy. It's fabulous.
Really busy. You had a very busy show earlier on. You were on with Derek.
Yes.
And,
loads of bargains.
Yes.
So many bargains.
That's what we want.
Yes.
Because actually, we've got 4 items basically on here, all brilliant price points.
All crazy prices. I think the boss needs to sit down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy price point for us. But there's something, you can't help look at this where we are on the studio right now and actually just have a sunny disposition about you, because there's a lot of lovely bright colour, either in the papers that we're talking about as well, the whole theme of love and friendship that we've got with the dies, for example. The characters put a smile on your face that you're looking at. And there is something that sort of takes you remotely, almost very innocent with actually on here. And it almost childlike enjoyment when you sort of see from that.
That's it, really.
That's right.
That's it.
Great, thanks for watching.
Teenagers and things like that. They were on my mind when I was doing it as well. Teenagers, because I think they're quite hard to do anything for. And I think a lot of the time I've called them the mindfulness girls because of the words that I put in. I thought there was quite a few. Don't keep hurtful people in your life, but then there's do your best and things like that. And I thought, well, teenagers, especially nowadays,
absolutely, yeah, you're quite right.
Sometimes they need that little bit push, to think like, oh, I am okay, and so on and so forth. But then you've got obviously the better side of it, and you've got travel the world, and I just think it's something for everybody.
No, you're right. Yeah. Shall we start with? I know we got the actual coloured-in stamps as well, to sort of have a look at that you can see there, which are lovely, and these are lovely for that, to have a real good fun. If you're a colourist, if you really enjoy it, these are perfect, aren't they, for them?
Plenty of open space, so you can do all your tangles and stuff in them, whatever you want. You can use your stencils into them. On the stamp sets themselves, there's absolutely loads of little stamps so you can decorate the dresses. They're just pretty. And
there is something that with that kind of natural kind of feel about that. So just the hashtag sort of is in there as well, or just the word heart that's sort of put in the side. Sometimes just the word is enough on a piece, isn't it, as well?
I think so. A lot of the time. I mean, if you've got a friend feeling a little bit low, just send one saying, be happy.
Yes.
Just be happy. Or you have had the most amazing trip out together and you want to journal it, journal into the dresses
Yeah,
and
perfect.
use some of the words.
They're perfect.
Yeah.
Well, and there's some of them that really sort of struck a vibe as well. Just believe in yourself.
Yeah.
So, Brett, inhale. Sometimes just take a
inhale.
moment.
Breathe.
Take
Do you know
it,
how many
breathe.
times my dad says to me,
Take time, breathe.
Breathe.
Fly. Travel. That's a lovely one as well. Just forgive yourself.
Yeah, I
Forgive
think that's
yourself.
important as well. I think we beat ourselves up a lot, don't we, over nothing.
No.
And it's not a big deal, but you still sat there thinking, oh, should I, shouldn't I? Just give yourself a break.
Yes.
Give over.
We can sometimes be quite, certainly this
Yeah,
last year,
definitely.
definitely a time when we can be quite harsh on ourselves, isn't there? Just to show you the actual stamps themselves as well, the option you got on here, basically, you got a pick and mix, which is always good. So you can make sure, and I think pick and mix are great for that because you go, well, I really like that one. I don't want that one, I don't want that, but I need to get them all as a set. Well, here you don't, do you?
Buy one, get one free. Pick and mix is even better.
Well, basically,
Definitely,
look
yes.
at that. It really is a fantastic offer. Usual price $21.98, but you got a $10.99 saving on it, so you're getting 2 of those. Choose any 2 you want from your A6, and it's just $10.99. So it's a really, really good deal. Perfect for a price on that. If you're just thinking, you know, maybe it's even the kids got a little bit of money for Easter. They're thinking, oh, what can I go? 2 lots of stamps for $10.99.
Definitely. And loads of kids are getting into crafting and things now,
yes,
though.
absolutely.
I mean, especially this past year, they've had to, they can't spend 365 days on a computer. They've had to do something else.
Some of them try, Emma. Some of them
mine really
try.
did. Mine's got square eyes.
I tell you what,
Looking at the screen, that's what you're going to see. You're going to get square eyes.
even our cat's got upset with Jed, our eldest, at the moment because
Really?
yeah, Jed's always sitting in the which he calls the gaming chair, you know. But the cat likes to say in meow language, meow 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 chair, which
Yeah.
is basically do one. That's where I look cute. 3 I said the same, but it didn't work.
Didn't work,
No, 3 and they just sat on me. 360 679 360 679 is your item code here. Choose any of those that you want to for your 2 of those, and that's just $10.99. So that really is a fantastic offer. Absolutely perfect for you. Right, now then, let's go down. Now, again, we're talking about lovely. I love your papers and you bring them in because they are really lovely and fun. But you've got a great chance here. Just look again at the saving that you're looking at here. Basically, you know, you're going to get a £9 off, so it's actually only $10.99. That's going to get you 13 of your sheets at your patterned paper plus 8 of your designer card as well. Talk to us a little bit about the inspiration. Was it a nice mega mix, or was it just letting your heart follow where you want to go? Or
That was it, really. I drew the stamps, and then I drew the stencils, and then the papers come after that with the images of how I want things to go.
Right.
A lot of work goes into the papers. I really love doing them. But
That's
in this
lovely.
one, it's 120 GSM. It's on cream paper. It's the Dolly Dimples.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
produced
Dolly
the
Dimples,
papers
yes.
for us. So if you've ever had hers, then you know about the paper. But also in this one, there's mixed media card. And it's on, there's a couple of coloured ones, but there's some on the grey scale. So you can add your own colour, you can work over them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I love
And
that one.
It's the hearts.
Yeah, the hearts with the script through
See,
it.
I mean, if you cut all them out, you've got so many different
That's
elements.
true.
And it's not a lot of fussy cutting.
No,
You've got pre-done backgrounds, so you can make quick cards. These papers as well, I've also fabric transferred them onto fabric.
Oh, really?
So if you use the fabric transfer medium on it, you can rub the papers back, and then you've got the image onto the fabric.
Ah.
So
these are great for sort of for journaling and things like that. These are bright and funky
definitely,
as well,
they're
aren't
really
they?
bright. There's a couple that lean towards Christmas, but they definitely don't have to be.
Right.
It could just be a forest. The music paper, I handed all that because I didn't know if I could use music paper, so I did my own. The maths is mine as well.
Has anyone ever played it? Does anyone know
no,
what
but I really want somebody to. I really want to see
You
what I've
do.
done.
You
I bet it's next Mozart. By accident, but even the maths, I did that as well because, like I say, I don't know how to do maths. I can barely add up, but I did that.
Look
Don't know
at that.
if it means anything.
Oh,
it just looks really cool, doesn't it?
That brings back exams to me.
Yeah, but put it behind the girls, and it doesn't. It looks Angel's
that's cool.
quite Angel and ethereal. What's the word?
Oh, hang on, you're throwing me. It's ethereal.
I don't know if that's the word or not. Anyway, it looks.
Let's go with it.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Angelic,
Sounds
sort of.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
So add that behind one of the angels, give her wings, and it doesn't look like maths anymore.
No. Oh, I
It
see.
gives it, like,
Completely changes the feel of it.
It could be like angel writing. I've been reading books about angels. I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, no, they are great. These are the cards that we're on now. These are the designer cards that we're getting 8 with these. These are lovely as well. These are beautiful.
Yeah, these have got
Lovely.
lots of words. There's obviously some on the grayscale, so you can add your own colour. You can work over
Yeah.
the top of it. Cut them out, fussy cut them, die cut them. I mean, make them into journal pages.
That's true. You could, couldn't you? Because they are thick enough,
You
actually,
could.
for
Yeah,
that.
they are. I think it's 280, that one.
That's 280 GSM, is it?
280 or 220.
Right.
280, I think.
Yeah, OK.
Yeah.
Well, you're up near sort of construction sort of weight,
really
aren't we?
is,
Really?
yeah.
It's- But that, yeah, no, they're great. They're really, really nice, very different. So you've got enough space in there. Like I say, if you want to add your own splash of colours, in particular for a project, if you are doing your journaling, it's got to stay within a certain theme. But there's plenty in there, loads of them. And that's from down a penny, basically from £20. That's down to £10.99. So you think about the saving that you've got that. That's really phenomenal deal, actually. We'll tell you, 40% of the stock has already gone. Let me just, I've got a couple here to sort of show that we can sort of give a little idea of some of the colours as well, which is really nice. But to give you a little idea how we can work with them. And obviously then if we're using your stamps and just some of the elements on these are all great to pick up, aren't they, as well, from everything else. And there we go. Is that what you're talking about with regards to the paper there?
Yeah, and behind it doesn't just look like maths.
No.
Jargon behind it. It's different. It's something different. It's a texture, isn't it, really?
Yeah, definitely. And there's
Yeah.
our lovely lady there with that blue with the papers. And the trees as well. But it's, again, some of those you could really just go with it and you instantly got something away to make, or again, room to enhance as much as you wanted to as well.
I mean,
there,
just
really?
making cards.
Yeah.
Guardian angel cards.
Right.
You could even, off the internet, you can get loads about the guardian angels and sentences and make your cards with these, like your plaques and things, and add your bit on about the guardian angel and sell them.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Loads
lovely.
of people buy them. I mean, shrink them down and make key rings. You've got your guardian angel key rings.
Ah, that's a nice idea. Loving that. Right, get the savings. Take advantage of the savings. £10.99. You got £9 saving on all those papers. Don't forget, that's 13 of the patterned sheets, and plus you're getting 8 of your designer card. 280 GSM. Which is, did we say 120 GSM for the papers?
Yeah, 120.
120 for the papers, 280 for the card itself. Right. Working our way down now. Now, these are going to be really, I mean, these must have been flying out already, because these are, you've got your fantastic different nestled of the love hearts that are in there as well. How many dies are there in total? 26 in total. So we've got all those love hearts. You've got the join love hearts that, you know, you should write on your exercise book when you was it. Is this basically all ideas from your exercise book when you was at school?
Do you know, there's a lot of stuff is.
I don't, well,
comes out of my head. It's the things I've done for years, doodled,
they're great. You've got the stars in there, the love hearts in there as well, the floral, that's lovely. You've got the banner that waves in there, all of that.
Write your own words in. I mean, make flags for anything. Your banners, you could have them going across your card, attach them to like Hessian, and have them coming down like bunting.
Yes.
It's never ending.
No, exactly.
For you,
I've got a card here as well with them actually sort of popped out, because sometimes when there's so many of them, just sort of look at it and go, well, I can't see wood for the trees. It's but yeah, I mean, the classic one with the actual love hearts entwined, the drops of them.
See, I thought that was really lovely, just because obviously the guardian angel as well, hearts, things, it's all a theme carries on.
Yes.
And I did add in the dies a Merry Christmas as well.
Oh, okay.
Just because I thought that it'd be nice for Christmas as well. Obviously, it's not Christmas now, but you've got one ready for Christmas.
They're in there ready to go. Yeah, exactly. You've got a little bit of the holly in there also. And like that, but you've got take time, relax, breathe. You've got the florals that are from the ins and outs of that as well, but some lovely swirls, etc. So look at that, £39.98. £19.99 off, 20 quid saving pretty much on that, give a penny. So it's £19.99 right now for all of those dies, which is again, I did say there's lots and lots of value on the counter for you in this show. 412044 is your item code for your dies. Last but not least on the counter, then we have got some fabulous stencils for you to have a little look at as well. You've got a set of 3 here, and again, massive saving, £10 saving on this, down to £10.97. These are really lovely, these actually. They're gorgeous, aren't they?
They are. They're for any occasion.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, circles, spots, they're for everything. You can make them into bubbles, you can make them into speech bubbles, you can doodle around them. Yeah. Endless.
Straight away, you got backgrounds to go with, haven't you? The love hearts. Really nice. The different the sort of sizes, but also then you've also got, as you can see here, we've got our spots And then we've also got our beautiful blooms. So again, really, really nice stencils. I'm sure you're going to be using these an awful lot. £10.97, so you've got that £10 saving on here also. As I mentioned, 530248. You do get all set. That's all set of 3 of those. That's not a pick and mix. They're all there for that price of £10.97. 530248. Lovely. Right then, Emma, what are you going to... I imagine you're going to have a little go with everything that's on the counter.
Yeah, I pretty much use everything all the time.
Great.
So,
That's
yeah.
good.
I'm going to start off with the girls, and I'm going to do a journal page.
Great.
I love working in my journals. That's why. I mean, anything I do in a journal, you can make into a card, you can use onto fabric, whatever you want. Absolutely anything. I'm just going to use...
It's like, journals are great, though, when you want to that individuality about
yeah,
something.
I mean, on cards and things like that, we don't always use our stuff on things like that, because you want to keep it for yourself. Journals are great for that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that over there. And then I'm going to... So that's masking it off. I've just cut it out onto computer paper.
Oh, OK.
And added some repositional adhesive. Words are gone.
Adhesive, yes. It's
adhesive.
Like... Adhesive. Yeah. Find that H in there, adhesive.
Just so it stays. I can't speak. I've lost the power of speech. We'll just...
But this, I'm starting to think this is personal now, because I was with Julia earlier on and she said the same thing. So I'm just a bit worried that it's anyone that's with me at the moment.
Yeah, so I'll blame you.
Yeah, do.
It's Scott's fault.
Everybody does. It's okay.
And it comes off the wings are behind
I see. They're lovely behind, yes.
Yeah. Or the really easy shapes, just cut them out. I mean, I've got so many here. Cut out, ready to go, all different ones.
A whole choir of angels there.
Whole choir. I mean, that's a prime example. I've used the stamps inside the dresses and just cut them out and then layer them up, decoupage them up.
Right.
Whatever.
Right. They're good size as well, aren't they?
They are. They're a good
not
size.
Small.
No, even though they're A6, they're sort of the same height. It's a good size for cards, anything, really. Again. I'm just gonna start to colour in. I'm going to make this one a little bit more neutral than you used to... I'm going to make it neutral. We'll end up with pink in somewhere. I can't seem to help myself.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of pink on the desk.
Yeah, it's anything. It's really bright. If it's neon, I'll add it.
Yeah.
It's a bit...
But they've certainly got an appeal about, like you say, there's a nice youthful feel about these as well, that I'm sure if there are any young crafters out there specifically, again, they're really going to be sort of enticed by these, because they are nice for that, and almost like, again, to have a bit of play with fashion with them as well, with the hair and the actual outfit that they're wearing. They are nice for that.
Definitely, definitely. I'm a big believer in kids should do art and craft as much as possible, because in my opinion, I think computers and things just break our children's imaginations. I really do. And I think this is a good way of making them think.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to colour the whole thing, and I've got one here ready and done, but I just want to do our face just by adding the highlights and things in.
Yeah.
So, because I think adding your white in, I'm just using a blue pen, give us scary eyes. And then I'm going to use a fine line. I'm going to dry that paint pen. We'll end up with really dodgy coloured eyes if
We've all had nights like that, Emma. The walk of shame, or the shadow's gone, the eyeliner's dripping down. That was a Wednesday, I can tell you.
That was just last Wednesday. So again, because with the faces being quite small, just use your pens and things like that. Anything you've got. And this is the good thing about these ones. You can play it, but you don't have to have it spot on perfect.
Right.
Because why would you want to...
No, there's a very natural feel about them.
Yeah. So just adding in, and then add the whites back in. So if you've coloured over them, and immediately you see and start to change, add a little bit of highlight in for our nose. And then, once you've got it in, you've got our eyes back in. Add the little white dots into the eyes.
Right, I see.
And then... there, and add a little bit there and on our cheeks, and you start bringing it to life, adding the white highlights in our
yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
And you don't need a lot, it's just little bits just to sort of bring it to life. And then I've buried everything already. I was ready, organised, going into the journal. So I've already started one there, but it's like rag paper.
Ah, it's lovely, that paper, isn't it?
It is. It's something different to work on, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, what colours am I going? Yellow. We'll go with canary.
I can see that one that's on the page underneath you on your book as well with your stencil of the circles. Has it gone through on that one? Was it?
That one there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I started.
That's really nice. Yeah.
So all I did there was a wash of watercolour, dried it, and then I just went through with what colour? I think it was brush corduroy.
Right. Okay.
And then there's one I did last hour, which is different again.
They're lovely. They're really nice. Yeah, the stencils are there. If you want to go for the stencils, you get all set of 3. But they are really nice actually, and there's honestly the savings across the show. Every single item has got something like £10 or £9. I think is the lowest saving on there, which is incredible.
It's so good, and those dies.
Oh yeah, that's our producer going to do a little bit of using his math now. He's going to work out if we were to buy everything with the savings across the board, what that would work out at saving wise, because it's huge. I mean everything has got a really big discount.
I mean, those dies, I kind of quite get over the price of them. There's so much metal. So much metal. I'm going to go in with a green, and I'm going to use...
So if you were going to go for one set of pick and mix with everything else on the counter...
Yeah.
That would be $52.94, okay?
So
if you were to get another one of the pick and mix, that will take it over the £60 for you. And then, of course, you could go and put that on split your cost as well, couldn't you, there, if you wanted to? So bring that right down. So it'd be £30 a payment on that if you wanted to. So, and you get everything. So, yeah, some really big savings to be had. And you'd have an awful lot. You'd have 3 lots of stencils in there. You'd have your papers, you have your card, your designer card. You're going to have all of your dies. And you're also going to be having 2 sets of your pick and mix to go with, of the stamps.
That is so
That'd be a great starter.
It would. It would.
How much would that save? That would be £60 and 97 pence saving if you went for that. That's huge.
See, I kind of want to go and shop when I hear that. I'm like, oh!
I know.
Oh,
yeah,
I want
well,
this.
that is brilliant. So you'd be looking at over 120 for the whole lot otherwise, for everything. That's a huge saving. Really good. Get them in your basket, though. Get them in your basket. Right. That's why the savings really matter.
I don't want to use... This one here, I'm going to use... Because I've ripped it there, but I'll still use this bit. I'm going to use it to cut out this die.
All right, yep.
Just went through super quick, because
I had
the dies on last hour, and I didn't even cut one to show people that they're cut. All hour, I just played.
Well, that sort of defeats your object. That's what you're here to do.
Yeah. Didn't even show anybody that they worked.
Well, just a third of the dies have already now been allocated, by the way, a third, and that was before we showed you that they actually work. So imagine the rush now that's going to happen. Now we know that they have cut beautifully. They do cut beautiful. They just pop out, and it's so intricate as well. But look how cool it looks on that paper. That's going to look great with that background you've created there as well. That's really lovely, isn't it? I don't know if you can see. I'm not very good at this, the wiggle bit. But anyway, they do work. Yes. So I've got some bits of lace, and what I've done is I've cut on the maths paper. I'm not going to call it maths paper. What I've done is I've die cut the heart out, and then I've stenciled over with the heart. Oh, I see, yes. So, where's my glue? You wouldn't believe I actually have everything out. Step 1, step 2, step 3, and then I look at it and it does this. Great plans and all of that, as they say. Yeah, I'm not very good at being tidy. But this is nicely, you've nicely recreated most craft areas around the UK, Europe, and the States, possibly there. Everyone recognises that. Yeah. Universal. A little bit of that there. Coffee stain from Wednesday. There's this. Oh, my room's just disgusting. It really, really is. If my dad come in, he would have a nervous breakdown. I just don't allow him to visit. I saw Paolo had done a little bit to on one of the social medias when she was doing something from her new craft space that she was on. Isn't hers and everyone was saying, craft room envy. Oh, I'm just jealous that she's just tidy, full stop. I've never had a tidy house in my life, honestly. I just collect stuff. So what I've done is I've cut out of I see, yes, corrugated card and the maths, and I've layered them up. And this is just a little bit of lace I had in my stash. And then, oh, there it is. I've cut the flower out in the black, and then I've cut out with the monochrome papers, just to get me little circles out. Ah, really sweet. It's a nice complement between what you got with the stencils and then with the dies on them as well. It is. They work really nicely together.
That was the plan.
Yeah, well,
I'm pleased
it's
to
paid
say
off.
that was the plan. Oh, I'm going to have that there, and then it will stick. You just have to give it a second, and then that one there, you see, and then you're kind of doing your drop shadow without a drop shadow. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then you hold it for a few minutes, or you get your child to hold it while you go make a cup of tea. And then obviously we've got her.
Ah.
The stamps. Let's find some. The word banners that we'll use. Do what you love. I think I used that one the last hour, but we can use it again. And they all fit inside the dresses. They're all done so they fit inside the dresses perfect.
Ah, right, yeah.
So, do what you love. There. And then you've got all these little extra bits. Oh, we'll use this one. That.
What's that one say? That the... Ah.
Do what you love, and just travel the world. I can't remember what I...
Ah, that's nice.
I must have been having a... Give yourself a break. What else have we got?
Were you longing for a holiday when you were thinking about these?
I don't know. I must have been feeling rather nice, because some of them are quite nice, aren't they? Believe in yourself.
Oh, no, there's some lovely statements on there.
Travel the world, time will heal. I'm normally about as deep as a puddle, to be honest. But,
well, we've got give it your everything with little love hearts on there as well. Don't keep hurtful people in your life. Very true.
Yeah, very true.
We've got time will heal. Travel the world. Enjoy, hope and shine. Wonder. Forgive yourself. Dance. Love. Understand, courage and free. Take time. Breathe. Inhale. Believe in yourself. Travel and fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice free spirit kind of feel about all those, isn't it?
But that's what the wings and everything was. That's where I was going. Like I say, I must have been having a moment.
Or maybe yearning to get away like everybody has been thinking.
Maybe, yeah. Just leave the house. I just want to go out.
It's that moment, isn't it, when you realise you've got a trip to Oundle to come to the studio and you go, oh, feel nice for a day out?
Yeah.
Get to Oundle?
I want to go and see my friend Krista and Holly, my two friends. I haven't seen them for like ever. That's all I want. Go and have coffee with them and put the world right.
Oh.
And I will, as soon as we can.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting in the garden, it's too cold. I miss them, but not that much.
Wait for the sun to come out.
Yeah.
By the way, they send their love.
I said it a year ago.
They just said, yeah, don't pop round or out.
The last time it was, oh, do you want to pop in? I was like, I'm working. And then we went back in lockdown again. I was like, oh, well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll see you in another year.
Oh.
Anyway.
That's looking really lovely, Emma.
It won't stick, though, so you can't see it yet.
Well, no, but I like you done the casual lean.
Yeah.
Ah, that's lovely.
And they're just really nice. I mean, anything I put in a journal, you can do on a card.
Yeah.
And do what you love would be a prime example if somebody hates the job and they want to... It's just little subtle hints.
Yeah.
They're going, oh, I hate my job. And I'm like, do what you love. Go and do something else.
Go and fly. Go and fly.
Go fly.
That's
a polite way. Go fly.
Go fly.
And there we are.
I meant it in a nice way. Go fly. Do one. No, that's really lovely. Thank you for sharing that. Just so you know, if you are just tuning in with us, nearly 7:30 almost, and we've got half an hour left on the show. And what Emma's brought with us, all their lovely clever prints, they are absolutely fantastic. And there's huge savings on everything that's on here. But listen, we're going to come back to Emma and myself and to make sure that you get everything into your basket. If you are watching us for the first time and you're not sure about freedom, then have a little look at this.
Have you heard of Freedom? Did you know that as a Freedom member, you could be making savings on every order you place? For just £7.97 a month, you will benefit from selected Freedom member discounts and complimentary standard delivery on every order you place. You will also receive our exclusive Freedom Members badge, giveaways and crafty updates. If you shop with the craft store more than twice a month, then Freedom is for you. Don't forget, your Freedom membership is flexible, so you can pause if you're going away, or you can cancel at any time you decide. So what are you waiting for? Give us a call or go to our website, quoting the item number 88888 and join Freedom today.
Yeah, look at I like that VT. That was the first time I've seen Leonie with her hair up like that in that pink dress. Very nice indeed. Right, so your freedom, of course, know what to do there. Do take advantage of all the benefits. Right, let's just go down the counter again. If you are just tuning in with us here, lovely to have your company. Welcome to the craft store, and we'll take care of all of your crafting needs. And if you're looking for inspiration, if you're looking for fun, quirky, certainly with a lovely theme of love and sort of journey, then this is a great set for you. This has got a £10.99 saving on here, and you're going to get your chance to have your pick and mix on your stamp set. They're all A6 in size that you're looking at here. You can choose any two. But look at that, £21.98. We're reduced right down to £10.99. And what you'll be able to create, though, is fantastic, because these mindfulness girls are absolutely great. And it's a lot about, obviously, mindfulness, etc. But this really does cater for a fantastic sort of age range almost. There's something really, I think you'll agree, that's very funky about this, very young, very youthful feel about that. But really lovely, actually. The simplicity of these, actually, I think, is actually where it really works, because you look at that and you think, yeah, it's the sentiment behind them, but look at what you can create. This is also using, we've got the dies on the show, we've also got the stencils that you can work with them on the show, but they work really, really nicely, and they are perfect for your journaling. If you are doing those and you want to sort of have that theme that runs all the way through, this is a great set to go for. 360679, is that what you're looking for? When you go onto the website, thecraftstore.com, and look onto there, choose which ones you want to go for. Like I say, you can choose any two. You've got Travel the World, you've got Give It Your Everything, give yourself a break as well, very true. You've also got Explore and Believe in Yourself. I mean, all great sentiments, whichever ones you're choosing. Choose your two that you want to pop into your basket. We've gone for Give Yourself a Break and Explore. Pop those into your basket, of course, up there, and then automatically you're going to be getting the saving there, so it's taking it down to £10.99. Really nice and simple. Right, then we got the papers. Your papers you're going to be getting here, and you're also going to be getting your designer cards. 8 of your designer cards in here, 13 of your patterned sheets. Your patterned sheets, your papers are 120 GSM, so again, pretty good for pretty much across the board that you'll agree with. The card is much further up on your GSM, so it's 280 GSM, I think we said it was for those. So again, not that far off of being used for construction if you wanted to. Your cards are more of your sort of black and white. Not exclusively, but more on that. So if you want to go with a certain colour theme of your own, then you've got that ability to do so nice and easily. You can add that in. This is the one actually that Emma was working with earlier on that last piece that she was putting together. So they are your cards that will work really, really nicely. But then if you're looking for colour, then your papers will certainly do that. There's all sorts of lovely patterns on here. You've got your circles, you've got your sort of scribbles that go through, you've got your lovely colours. One of the papers that Emma was working with in that last demonstration. The music, our very own bark, basically, this one, not just from the tree, but actually there from the mirror. Sorry about that. But as composed by Emma herself. So if anyone's watching that can play, give us... record it and send it through as an MP3 for us. You've got your love hearts with the scribing going through the centre there, but you've got loads of lovely shapes, colours, patterns that work really, really nicely. All of those have got a £9 saving on that, so it brings it down to just £10.99 only. 798579. Wow, half the stock has already been allocated now. Half the stock gone on your papers, so do take advantage of those if they are on your radar. Okay, the dies. Right, wow, half the stock of the dies has gone. Now we've seen them cut, now we've seen them working, Emma. Half the stock's gone.
It's amazing, isn't it? And I'm sure that they do something.
Yeah, exactly. Now we don't just think they look nice on a shelf in your storeroom.
They do look very nice though, don't they?
They do look nice in that red. But they work even better than they look, which is fantastic. But you've got all sorts of your shapes that will work really, really nicely on here. You've got your love hearts that will go through, the florals. You've also got in there Breathe. You've got Merry Christmas is there as well, as we mentioned. You've got the banner, Take Time, Relax, all of those ready to go on those. And then, of course, you've got your nestled love hearts that will work really nicely, and your little intertwined, and you've got your stars. Lots of lovely little elements that will just be really useful, again, for lots of projects to go with it within your journal. That's 412044, 19.99, because you've actually got a huge saving of 19.99 as well. So a brilliant half price offer for you to get those. Did we say there's 24? Ooh, 26 dies in total on there for you. 26 dies for that price is absolutely brilliant value. Right, the stencils. Very, very busy on the stencils. Not a pick and mix. You do get all 3. And as you've seen how they worked, just on the pages that Emma had in the booklet there she was going through, they really are simple, easy, but very effective stencils that give you a great, great background to work with. When they're printed off and you work with them, of course, you've got your love hearts that you can see there. Really nice and simple. Almost, again, sort of childlike, again, you can imagine there, but really lovely and simple. And then you've also got your actual blooms, plus you've also got the spots that will work with that really nicely. So that's got a tenner off on those 3. So again, all money back into your pocket, which is what's really important. Yet you still get 3 great stencils for that price of just £10.97. That's 530248 is your item code on those. Right, that's everything there. Check them all out on the website and you pick a mix. Emma, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great savings to be had.
Absolutely fabulous. I love a bargain.
Yeah, love a
Crafty
bargain.
bargains even better.
Love a bargain. What are you working on now?
I'm going to use a different girl again, but we're going bright.
Oh,
Super
are we going
bright.
pink?
Well, of course we are.
Yes.
It'd be rude not to, really.
I didn't show a couple of these other samples we've got down here, but one of them's got really bright
there's
pink.
So many. There's even a tiny little book on the top there that's made into a little box, and that could be a little puzzle. Do you know how you get like the little books of chocolate and your little books of
that's
hugs?
cute.
It's a little book of nice things.
A book of love.
Yeah, and nice things.
I think there is one of those already, but I don't think I could talk about that one on the show. The book. There we go. This is much better to open up though and look at. Look
How
at that.
cute is
How
that?
cute is that? You done this one, Emma?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I even made the little box and everything.
Oh.
Had a lovely time.
And that is on both. I bet on both sides, and then all that folds away beautifully, wound up,
in
and
a
then
little
there's a
box.
gorgeous little box then that it all fits into, and keeps all in there with Dream Big. Dream Big with a little book.
Yeah, dream
cute
big
is
with a
that?
teeny tiny book.
Oh, I love it. Very Alice in Wonderland kind of feel about that.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes, I used to love the little books in the little fancy shops that you go in. You could always buy these little books, and they were like $7.99. You're like, I can't pay that. I've only got £3 pocket money. I loved them.
Yeah.
Don't know what I would do with them, mind, but now I just like making little books.
No, that's very cute. That is lovely. We'll show some more of these before we finish the show, because they're so nice. So to not show them is would be a crime.
So I've coloured and cut them out already. Ta-da! And I've given little red cheeks this one. I'm going to add a little bit more colour. I'm just using ink pads to colour with now. So use what you've got. I'll tell you what else is really, really nice to use is watercolour, is the oxides.
Ah, yes.
Paint them with the oxides and you get a lovely chalky feel. I want that brighter down there. And I've given it orange here, but I think I must have done it in the dark. It's not bright enough. I do craft very, very late.
Do you find that hours disappear to the wee early hours? You're still there working away?
Yeah, it's normally once I when you sit down, because normally I'm crafting in between, like making tea, and I'm up and I'm down, I'm doing like a million other things. So on a night time, when everybody settles down and I don't get, Mom, I'm hungry, every 5 minutes, that's when I just lose hours. And sometimes it's 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oops, I've got to be up in 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love it though.
I bet you wouldn't be the only one as well. A lot of people saying, yeah,
no.
sometimes.
Do you know what it is? My mum was exactly the same growing up. Night times were when she did her thing. I mean, she run a business and crafted until 4 o'clock in the morning, had 4 kids, and like Wonder Woman.
Blimey.
Yeah. I decided I didn't like children enough to have 4. Daniel got the toddler, and I was like, no.
That's enough.
No, that's enough. Too much energy for me.
That's to be
Bless
crafted.
him. He's still got, right, I wish he still had some energy now. He's 19. I can't get him to move. He needs a bomb up his backside just to get him out of bed. Anyway,
back to the
that's
happy
enough
place.
of me whinging.
Back to the happy place. Back to the
Whinging
crafty
about my
place.
child. Oh, bless him. He's good, though. He is. I'm always calling him, you know, but he's lovely.
Yeah.
Tom, I'm going to... Oh, what am I going to use? There's so many...
What one are you going to go for?
Little flowers, I think, because I like it.
Ah.
And then...
So you heading back home after the show tonight?
I'm not. No, I'm staying tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the child I've just been calling is looking after the little child, so he's not that bad.
Ah.
Yeah, I know.
That's right. Otherwise, it's a late finish then, isn't it, for you?
Yeah, well, it's just the minute the trains aren't quite back to normal
of course,
yet,
no, they're not.
so it's easy to stay and just go back in the morning.
Yeah.
And I think I might have fish and chips for me tea.
Ooh.
Good excuse. I'm not home. I can have whatever I want. So just decorate, so you can make your own. Play dress up with them.
That's lovely, that. But this is what I was saying earlier on about this whole, with the fashion side of it as well, because it's a nice blank canvas. You've got a big space there, haven't you, that you can fill with all sorts of doodles, other stamps that you want to put in there, your sentiments that will go in, or just a lovely space to colour.
Anything you want with these, isn't it? That's kind of what I've wanted all along with the stamps. I want to give you as much scope with them as possible.
Yeah.
To do whatever you want with them, really. Because I think sometimes we feel a bit limited if anything's already done for us.
Right.
But then again, they're perfectly fine to use on their own if you want to. Like without decorating just give them some funky colours.
Yeah,
or even
put
the backing papers out.
Ah, yeah.
And use the backing papers over. Endless.
That just darkening around the edges of the wings. It's amazing how much that still makes them stand out. The difference it makes sharpens them up, doesn't it? There.
It really does. Actually, I'll go around here as well. Again, and it'll make her stand forward again. There, like that.
Ah. Oh, really colourful. Absolutely lovely, that. With fly.
And then, this backing paper.
Ah, yes.
This is one of the backing papers. All I've done is cut it down to the size I want. And I've cut 2 of these dangly things out of the dies. I don't know what they're called. Dangly things?
I'm thinking just sort of droplets on a... It's like they look like droplets on a silk.
There can be anything, really, can't there? There can be little plants if you put them going up.
Yeah.
Little dangly things down. Paper piece colours in. Anything at all. I'm going to have them there. I've got some hearts. And the hearts, when they pop out, they're actual the heart shapes as well, so they're not
of course,
waves.
yeah. You got them.
Yeah, you can use them as well.
Yeah, perfect for journals, this.
Make them stick. The world's unstickiest glue that stuck not long ago. And I've cut out of the grayscale paper the heart there, and I'm going to have that there. Like that. And then we've got fly, and we are going to have, what are we going to have? Travel the world.
Travel the world.
Travel the world.
Yeah.
Because if we're going to fly, we're going to travel, aren't we?
When we're allowed to again.
It'll not be long.
Not be long.
Not be long. It'll all be fine.
Well, at the moment, I just popped outside the studio in the short break, and it went from being lovely,
you decide you don't want to go out?
Lovely bright sunshine, and then the snow came down. I
thought I'd left it at home.
4 seasons in one day, literally.
It really is, isn't it?
It's been mad. So I felt like I travelled. I came to studios in the UK and left in, I don't know, Alaska or something like that.
I'm going to add. I don't know what I'm going to add now. I've got too much choice. I'm faffing. And I have a little red heart.
Ah.
Yeah. This is another thing that I do as well. I kind of bring things in. So when I get a set of stamps, what I do is I stamp loads out and I colour them all different colours. And then, same with dyes, I cut loads out of different things, or even white, and then you can add your own colour. And go from there. And then you find out which way you like things and mix and match. So I'm popping her wings on, and these ones, these ones I've turned them into a flower. One of my design team turned them into a oyster.
Oh, yeah.
With a Perlin's mouth. Also, they're great for Halloween. I've done a Halloween-y one.
Oh, I bet, yes. I bet you could go a very different feel with these.
I've done a Halloween one. It's over there somewhere.
Have you?
Yeah. Oh, there.
I'll have to try and find. Where's the Halloween one?
Yeah, it should be there. It's amongst them lot. It's purple and a bit scary.
Oh yeah, you have. There we are.
I love Halloween. Love Halloween.
That's
I get more excited about
that's
Halloween
a completely different feel. Let me show that one. That's a completely different feel, isn't it? Yeah, that is...
So all I've done there is swap the wings over and turn them upside down, so they're, instead of being like that, I've put them on the opposite side.
I've got another one here
like
with
that.
the wings. Let's have a look if I can show.
Or even again, you could have them coming off, so you've got really fluffy wings with 2 or 3 going down the side.
That, yes.
So, I mean, they could be a big white angel wings. You could put your key in between them, so on and so forth.
Oh, that's great, that, yeah.
Endless, but only get 2 hours in the shows to, like, if you've got an hour in a show.
Yeah, I know. There's never enough time.
I think I want to stop there with that. I really like that.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
Some white highlights.
I've got time to do a quick recap then, and we'll come back for one more demo.
Yes, perfect.
Would that be okay?
Yes, perfect.
I didn't know there was a badge here. I could have been wearing my badge. Travel the world.
Yes, I didn't see it beforehand.
Maybe you get that once you've had your jab. All controversial. You get to wear this.
It's a good idea,
go. I've had my jab. I can travel the world.
If you get to sit and stand outside, and everyone who's getting the second jab, you can go, there you go.
Yeah, this is it. This is what Boris is going to be wearing.
You can go on holiday now.
Yeah, no, but there's some little badges that's been done. I wanted to show you just a couple more before I go back down again to show you, because you get the lovely thing is you've got so many elements in here between the dies and the stamps. You've got so many different ways of working with these. You know, I think they're absolutely lovely. And again, if you have got maybe a young boy, young girl that sort of thinks, you know, from a fashion point of view as well, have a bit of play with, you really create very, very different feel. And again, for journaling, but to have these to run through, and always such positive. I mean, I can't commend enough the positivity that the words in the stamps and the sentiments behind it shine. You know, give yourself a break. It's all about, what was the other ones? Balance, forgive yourself, time will heal, take time, breathe, inhale. You know, all such really lovely sort of positivity about looking after yourselves a little bit there as well. You know, and not just about everybody else, a little bit about us. Quite possibly. So again, really lovely, positive sort of vibe that you're going to be getting from these. The pick and mix, any 2 that you want to go for. They're only $10.99, and you're getting 2 lots for that. So it's an awful lot. And don't forget, each one of those stamps has got lots of those sentiments in there. Go to the website. That's where you need to be. And all the w's.thecraftstore.com. Then, of course, you've got travel the world, give it your everything, give yourself a break, explore, and believe in yourself. Choose any one of those 2, any of those 5, choose 2 of those, pop those into your basket. You're going to get a massive price reduction. So rather than paying nearly £22, $10.99 only. Buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free. You know one. 360678. Don't look a thing like him. The papers. These are gorgeous, all hand done by Emma herself on these, and they are great. 13 sheets of your pattern paper on paper that's 120 GSM. You've got your designer card, 280 GSM. Your card are more of your sort of black and white themes, so a lot more space for you on there if you want to put your own colours, your own theme that you're working with, for example. But actually, the black and white looks really, really nice themselves. A little bit like similar to the colour version that Emma was working with a second ago. You've got script on there. You've got some really, really nice. And then you've also got your gorgeous papers, and there's so many different styles in here, and so many different colours, shapes, patterns, love hearts. We've got baubles. We've got those lovely sort of colour mixes that are in there. Some really lovely, instant great backgrounds on your papers to then carry on with your die cuts or your stamping over the top. Nice and simple. $19.99 though, £9 off. $10.99 only. 798579 is your item code for your beautiful papers and your card. Okay, the dies then that Emma was working with, getting really, really busy for the dies. You are getting 26 in total, so eye care and take time. So you're getting both sets of those for that one price of $19.99. So it's a half price offer, which is, again, a really generous offer when you think you're getting 26 that you're about to work with and use for all sorts of different projects going forward. So really, really lovely, actually. 412044. And seeing them working earlier on, and a lot of people going, oh, I like that. And certainly, I think just for the love hearts, for those actually, you know, there's really nice, big, sizable love hearts. I'm sure you'll be working with those in your projects itself before you even start thinking of the other florals or anything that goes with that. Like I say, half price, 412044. Last but not least, we have got the stencils for you, the set of 3 with another whopping saving on there for you. And these are really pretty. They're actually really, I love these stencils. I think they're gorgeous. At the normal price of $20.97, I think they'd be a really good deal. The fact they're only $10.97 makes it even more palatable, doesn't it? 530248. If you've always struggled sometimes about what you can just add to those backgrounds instantly, with the love hearts, great with the actual die cuts working, the love hearts as well as we've got on here, but they are really, really lovely, simple but effective stencils to be working with. 530248 is your item code. Right then, we've got, what's about 7 minutes left then, Emma?
Loads of time.
Is that okay?
Yeah, loads of time. I've been I was rushing through just to show the last one. I thought I had less.
I didn't know you were Russian.
No. I was going to say, I don't know what language I speak. Depends what time of the day it is. There we are. So what I've done is I've painted them with watercolour in orange and red just to give them a lovely colour. But I've took some of the papers. These are both the mixed media card.
Oh, yeah.
White and the black. And that one, I just love the colours and the fact that it's got words all over.
Yes.
But this one with the grayscale, again, going around the edge with this. So the wings are absolutely brilliant to go with the girls, but they're also stand alone.
Yeah.
So, on around the edge, that. Glue that one on. And then I've cut out in the other words you get, I think you get two with colours on.
With the words?
The words, you get two sheets, don't you, with the two different colours of. I cut out the same one.
I think I did see a couple.
Yeah, it's the mixed media card anyway I've used with the words on.
Yes.
And there's two different colourways, I'm sure there is.
Yes.
Yes, there is.
You're right, there is. You know it.
I thought I wasn't making it up. And what I've done is...
And I will prove that.
They are there. So I've used the purpley one, the one I'm using now, and then the other one is the background. And what I'm going to do is, because Jules, my design team, thought of the idea, I told her I was going to tell everybody, I gave her the idea and do it. She made the flower.
Oh, I see.
So, this is her idea.
Life would be boring if everyone was the same. Dream. She dreams in colour that didn't exist. Art, freedom, love, dream, be happy. My happy place. Art, happy. Love, laugh, dream. Love and be happy. You could make a few songs out of these.
You could.
You? Life is your story. Love and be happy. Dolly girl. Life would be boring if everyone was the same. It's true. It's very true, that.
So out of the heart, I've made
that's a good one. Don't lose your presents to your past.
Yeah, I think we'll all do that as well.
That's true, isn't it?
I do. Like I say, it comes back to beating yourself up again for nothing.
Yeah, forgive yourself, as you say.
Move on.
Move on.
Move on. Get over it. I've got these little lacy things here, and I'm just going to cut the middle out of it. Just lace I've collected, and I'm going to pop that in the middle of there, just because. And I've made a little flower out of the hearts. Isn't that a good idea I had with no help from Jules at all?
With no help at all from...
No help from Jules. No, she was useless. She was going to... I'll useless, yeah.
You'll have a call when you get back up there.
Oh, she's lovely, Jules. She takes it as it's meant. So I've got an MDF leaf, and this is from the Mad Hatter's MDF kit. And I just found it in my bag, because I did the Mad Hatter shows.
Oh, yes.
And I thought, oh, I'm going to give this leaf wings. So my leaf is having wings, and this could be a key, it could be a pencil, it could be a paintbrush, absolutely anything. I just need it to stick. The world's unstickiest glue. It sticks when the camera's not here, I promise. Stay.
It looks like it's stuck. We'll take it from that. That's all right. It's okay.
And I've got some tutu netting that I can't rip.
You've still got 3 minutes left yet. That'll be stuck in time.
Oh yeah, that'll stay. So I've got the tutu netting, and then I love these flowers. I just want to add them every day. I'm going to pop it on because I want it. I do. I'm normally it's very delicate for. I love it. I think it's pretty.
That is a nice flower. That. Nice size as
well.
well.
That won't stick either. Stay. And then, it is sticking. Oh,
Looks stuck there. That's
yeah, it's glue's dripping everywhere. Add my leaf there. And then on the bottom of the papers, off one of the buttons I had left over, I've got my happy place. So I'm going to mount that onto some black. You have to ignore the sticky fingerprints all over everything off my drippy glue.
That's all right.
Yeah, just pretend you didn't see it. The amount of things I stick over things to hide sticky marks because of me messy fingers.
Isn't the butterfly the most used?
Yeah, it's everything.
Disguise.
I'll get in the middle of my butterfly sticky. I'll have to stick something else over it. What do you do when you mess your butterfly up?
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what you call a collection of butterflies. Swarm?
Kaleidoscope, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. That's the only thing that I'll help with. That's the only thing on a pub quiz I'd ever get right. And then here, I would normally cut 2 of them out and have them going either way, but I've lost one of them and I'm
That's all right.
not going to cut it.
You're going to be bang on time. We've got about 60 seconds remaining.
Really?
I think you're going to be absolutely...
Well, you need 2 of them.
If I did the countdown...
Normally I'd do 2 because they go different ways and have the antenna going that way, but there we are. Another one.
That is really lovely.
So it's a different take on it, completely.
Yeah. But what's so nice is that, you know, you can't help but to sort of be infused by the colour that actually what you bring to these projects, and actually with the sentiment and the sort of thought and the whole idea about, you know, giving yourself a little bit of space actually and be kind to yourself.
Yes.
Which is true, isn't it?
It really is. I think you need to be a little bit less hard on yourself would make the world a better place.
Very, very, very positive sort of set there to be working with. So really hope that's inspired you for all of those, which is phenomenal. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. When are you back with us?
I'm back in May.
In May?
I have a brand new Clever Prints goodies. Whole new collection.
Oh, can you give us a little teaser, say?
I've named it after the Crafting Together with All Brands girls.
Oh.
I have.
Okay.
So we've got Rah Rah Shaw.
Oh.
The Charmaine. We've got Secret Agent Sims, or Secret Weapon Sims, I think I've called that one.
Oh, that sounds good. Well, listen, don't give anything else away.
No.
We'll keep hold of those for next time. Emma, a safe journey back home when you do.
Thank you
so
very
much indeed for everything.
Always
a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed as well. I hope you've enjoyed all of that. And again, being very, very positive. See you very soon. OK, everybody, get ready. It was massively busy at the launch at 6. It's right now, of course, time for Crafts 2 Presents with Miss P Loves with Derek. They're coming up for you right after this.
Hi, I'm Lou from Studio Light. Studio Light has been around for about 40 years now. They're based in the Netherlands. It's a family-run business with a great heritage. The products that Studio Light bring us are very diverse, fantastic dyes, great papers, but all round on trend. Over the 40 years Studio Light have evolved. They listen to me, the demonstrator, and you, the customers, and really take our ideas on board. We'll share with you the diverse techniques and products will inspire you to produce your own individual pieces of artwork. So make sure you don't miss the Studio Light shows.
Have you heard of Freedom? Did you know that as a Freedom member, you could be making savings on every order you place? For just £7.97 a month, you will benefit from selected Freedom member discounts and complimentary standard delivery on every order you place. You will also receive our exclusive Freedom members badge, giveaways and crafty updates. If you shop with the craft store more than twice a month, then Freedom is for you. Don't forget, your Freedom membership is flexible, so you can pause if you're going away, or you can cancel at any time you decide. So what are you waiting for? Give us a call or go to our website, quoting the item number 88888, and join Freedom today.
Hi, my name's Mel and I'm from Crafty Devils down in Devon. We are a family-run business and we've been established for about 16 years now. We're known for our MDF products and our mediums. So make sure you tune in to all our Crafty Devil shows.
Exciting news! For the 5th year in a row, the Craft Store has been awarded the top accolade of the Platinum Trusted Service Award from Feefo. These awards recognise businesses that deliver exceptional experiences as rated by you, our customers, and we are honoured to have been selected. The Trusted Service Award means you can shop with confidence based on the reviews from over 60,000 The Craft Store customer experiences. Thank you for your independent reviews. It means a lot to us.
Hi, I'm Matthew Palmer, professional artist with the SAA, the UK's largest and friendliest art community. I want to show you my watercolour painting techniques, and I want to get you over that white paper fear and get you started and develop your watercolour painting.
For the past 6 years, Hochanda's been your home of crafts, hobbies and arts.
We've got some exciting news. We've got a brand new name.
From April the 1st, we'll be changing our name to The Craft Store.
This will make it easier for you to find us when scrolling through your TV channel guides and searching for us online.
Nothing else is changing. We'll be the same Hochanda that we've always been.
We're just getting a brand new name.
Demonstration-led, full of inspiration and variety, with our own dash of personality.
Welcome to the Craft Store, your home of everything crafts.
Gosh, I tell you what, you have never ever felt such a buzz in one building than what is going on in this 24 hours. And it's going to be a lot shorter lived than we expected it to be, or hoped for it to be as well. My word, what you're about to see for the next hour really is the heart and soul of the Craft Store and the love that you have and we all have for Miss P.
Hello.
Hello, my darling.
Thank you for that amazing introduction.
This is such a... And I know how incredibly nervous you've been about this, because it's been a journey to get you to this one-day special. We all knew and we all believed and we all saw and said, gosh, this feels like a breath of fresh air. It is... The name says everything, by the way. Boundless Journal. Can you just nutshell that, Paula, for me?
Yes, this is a kind of based on a traditional method, but then there never has been a die. And 2 years ago, I thought this has to be a die. So I kind of developed this system into die mechanism. And what it is that the pages come up, and you can see here I use Tracy Hayes stamps. You have got a hinge mechanism that you die cut, then you die cut the pages, and the pages themselves have that kind of hole inside here. You can see there, and that is what you insert into the hinge, and then that's what kind of holds it together. But of course that would fall off. Well, you have the locking mechanism. In this case is a key that goes all the way and that binds it together.
But that's not the end of the story.
Oh, absolutely not.
Because you want to grow and grow and grow and grow that,
Absolutely.
then you can. And hold everything, because you'll want to see this. And if you haven't already got it in your basket, checked out, somehow you've got to do it within, well, I would say as quickly as you possibly can. The first live hour, we've got a complete bundle for absolutely everything you see here. I'm going to break it down from the one-day special and everything else. We've got a complete bundle here, of which, did I hear 70% of that entire over 3/4 of the entire bundle of this Boundless Journeys is sold out and gone. Let me break it down first of all into its one-day special first. Now, the one-day special is like your bread and butter of the Boundless journal, isn't it, Paola? Because this is your nuts and bolts, isn't it? This is exactly what you need. Just talk me through it briefly.
Yeah, so you are getting the page that has already the spine in one place. I wanted that to be like the case because I wanted to be quick and easy. Then you have the spine, so that's the main page.
Yep.
Then you have got the spine, that's what you fold and goes through the hole.
Yep.
Then you have the mats and layers for the spine, and then you have got elements. So these ones are the mats and layers. Then the top right, those ones are, you have two different locking keys. So one that is kind of inspired by a key, and then you have the one that is kind of a paper clip arrow, and then you have got the paper clips with the hearts and the
I love these. They're so cute.
Yeah.
I actually thought there was something you went out and bought and you were accessorising with, but they're not.
No.
You've made them as part of the
absolutely.
the setting, which is really, really cool.
And then you have also the diamonds and triangles that cut into the card to create a little bit of interest.
Those there, isn't it?
And then the solid metal piece that you can see there, that's what I call it an extender. So if you want to bound together different albums, you can glue that into the hinge, and you still will have a completely open hinge that you can take out anytime, but that will make it create like a extended, like a spine to several albums.
Yes, absolutely. So when you're putting several together, you can actually bring it together beautifully.
Yeah.
And this is part 2, isn't it, really, of the one-day special? Part of your one-day special there.
And these ones are the dies that cut into the card and out of the card, but they offer you as well the perfect mat and layers. It was important to me that as this is a random kind of eclectic sort of shape, you needed to have the perfect mat and layer.
Yes.
And then we kind of course, I need to add some geometrics and botanicals because that's kind of the two things that kind of I really like. So you have those ones as well. And then you have got more paper clips, but different shapes, of course, and you have got one heart because almost every single set will have a heart.
Let's have it the right way up, shall we, so the love doesn't fall out.
Yeah.
There we go. And that's going to be the signature of Miss P Loves as well, isn't it? A little love heart as well.
I mean, there is one that doesn't have a heart, but it has got the arrows that go through the heart.
Oh, it has. So your one-day special then is this one, 100,613. That is your essential Boundless Journey bundle of your 21 dies. It's never been done in die form before. You've had to do all of the hard work and all of the measuring and cutting and slotting and this and that and the other and whatever. This is brilliant. It's like a breath of fresh air. And I love the fact that it's not square pages that are sitting together. It can be if you want to be. You can do exactly that if you want to. But it's quite nice to have that dimension, to have that quirkiness. It's like a massive breath of fresh air. So that's the one-day special. But hang on, because you'll want the whole bundle, let me tell you. The accessories, on their own, they are limited stock. Does that mean the individuals, Katie? Right, so this is limited stock right now as the collection of 4 sets of dies.
Yes, absolutely.
Let me show you the dies. And again, Paola, if you'll very kindly just quickly talk us through.
So you are getting 4. So you are getting the botanicals you can see there, which are actually, I hand drew those ones. I don't know how I did it because I don't know how to draw, but I did those ones. And then I had the flowers. I love 6-pointed flowers, and I wanted an intricate and overlay, and of course different sizes. And then I'll show them how you have like different ways of layering them. And then, you know, one of my favorite had to be the geometrics as well as the arrow and the heart.
Stunning.
Because of course here you have got a photo frame, you have that kind of Aztec tribal inspired border with the arrows as well and the triangles to add, because I love triangles and hexagons and diamonds, so that kind of works with it.
Love that.
And then you have the other one, which is the hearts and arrows. I love hearts. I love the way that the arrow, and the largest arrow also works as a locking key.
Fabulous. Now, that as a bundle of those 4 die sets there has now technically sold out. So, should we not worry about that? The only way to get that bundle now is within the complete bundle, and I'll give you the details of that in just a second. But I want to give you the details, first of all, for the small hinge. die set. Now, a lot of people are going for that on its own, and I'm not surprised. And this gives us, again, more options, Paula.
It does, indeed. I would say this was very important for me to incorporate this because the page, the Boundless journal, it's for an A4 die cutting machine. This will fit whichever which way on an A5 or 6-inch die cutting machine.
Okay, right. So that increases its versatility.
Exactly.
Then.
And then the other thing that this one has, which is very important for me, is the fact that then you can bring any size card into that will go through your die cutting machine and create a Boundless journal. So you have this spine, doesn't cut a page, it just creates the spines with the hole inside it. Then you have got the matching, kind of mechanism, the hinge. Then you have an extender, and then you have got, instead of locking keys, you have locking tags, which have exactly the same idea, but they are tags. So you could write something, or you can use them as tags as well.
Okay, now listen, all of this will become clear as we go through the hour. So if you're thinking, right, okay, I'm a little bit confused, don't worry, because Paula will take you from step one, from zero to hero, but you will definitely want to have one of these. And I'm going to ask Paula as well whether we can run through some finished samples as well. But first of all, let's talk about the complete bundle. Over 3/4 of a sizable, and I mean very, very sizable. Remember, this is a collaboration between Paula and Crafts 2 together, so we knew it was going to be a big deal because we know, I mean, Crafts 2 have been in the business for a long, long time, so this you've worked very hard with John and Peter and the team at Crafts 2 to get this together, so you knew what the numbering would be and would need to be for a deal this big. Now, for the entire bundle, you're carrying over your £8 saving. You're saving a further £5 here. If you become a Freedom member, of course, you'll be saving a lot more as well, £12.79 there, and you can split that into 3 flexi payments as well, which is really, really good. So the first payment on this, to have the complete Boundless possibilities, £23.38. Can I just give you a word to the wise if you're checking out on the web? I know we've had one or two, or we're still having one or two issues with some payments there. If you can, if you've got the option, if you go for the PayPal option when you go to check out, that should get you straight sorted and checked out. And you are going to need to try and do that. I know it's very busy on the phone lines. It has been all day and it will be all night. There's a very, very good chance, and I know this is the show that goes out throughout the night as well, and I'm probably going to have to be apologising for something like 3 o'clock in the morning when people will be trying to check this out and there is no stock available. There's a good chance that this may well sell out overnight, may even happen within this hour, in which case we've got a nice free day for lots and lots of demos tomorrow, or a different plan. Who knows? None of us know right now, because this has proved massively, massively popular. So if you're checking out, do it if you can via PayPal, which will explain itself when you get through to the checkout. Right, Miss P, your show, over to you.
All right, well, thank you, Derek. Now, what I'm going to do is going to go through a couple of things. And we're talking about the design of the actual mechanism and the pages. One of the reasons some people said, oh, why it doesn't fit in an A5? And it's like, this was very important to me, that it kind of had to work, if I put it like this, different ways. So whatever way you're putting in, it kind of look fine. And if I had to reduce the size for an A5, then I tried, but it didn't, it was too small.
Yeah.
For the first one. So we are going to work on.
Well, it would stop being Boundless.
Exactly.
At one point, it would stop being Boundless, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
This size is perfect because you can literally go on and on and on and on and on. And once you've made the first one, you'll find all the occasions and you'll just want to keep making them because there's so much fun.
So many possibilities.
Yeah.
Right, so what I'm doing here is, and also what I wanted is that in one pass of the, with the die cutting machine, you had the spine, you had the pages. This will cut into the card, so it creates an aperture as well, so you're ready that, and you have the locking key here. So I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine. I have used 2 or 3 different die cutting machines at home, and they all work really well.
Okay,
so that's this
cool.
is, and of course the materials, because they are quite open designs.
Yeah.
You will see how you can die cut a multitude of different materials. Obviously, test them. Some machines will cut them better than others. Right.
I've just had a thought out loud.
Yes.
And I don't know. You can tell me. But have you tried running fabric through these
Well,
dies?
now
Because you
that
could make a little,
mention-
like a nursery book for young ones, couldn't you?
Right, so it depends, of course, fabric.
Yeah.
There are many different types of fabric. So if we are talking about quilting cotton or something like linen or something like this, you can. The one thing I would say is that it's best if you put, what I do is spray adhesive onto a piece of paper, then paste the quilting cotton.
So stabilise it.
Stabilize it, die cut it, and then remove the paper.
Yeah.
Because you can do that.
Awesome.
Or bookbinding paper as well. That would work really well. Right.
So again, that's just, you know, that just popped into my mind as just another possibility for this.
Yeah, absolutely. Because then imagine it could be an embroidery. It could be a sampler of embroidery.
Of course it could. Yeah. You could make a needle book.
A needle book as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that would be
because actually 2 layers of fabric with a piece of card cut the same size, slightly smaller inside, would give that more stability. Oh,
there's so many possibilities.
You've opened so many doors, Paola, with this. I'm telling you now.
Right, so you can see it has cut already that hole in here, and it has cut those. Shouldn't have done it in black.
And
I mean,
it
this
scores
is
as well, doesn't it?
It does. And now you have different lines. Sorry, I don't know.
We can't see them on the black.
Yeah, you can't. It's like rookie error. And it's like, oh, I shouldn't have this. But I just wanted to show the black because I kind of like the way of alternating then the pages. And this is what, but you can see in here the little triangles in there as well. Now, what I'm going to do is I have got one that I have done before. Can you see those scoring lines in here?
Ah, yeah.
So this is those scoring lines that I had here. Let me show you on the die here. You can see that there are 5 there.
Yeah.
There, you can see it over there. So that is because it allows you to fold it like singly, or then do different, so that will give you a bigger spine. The same with the spine itself, or the hinge, that has different scoring lines. So you have got 1 that would be a single of a score, or 2 that gives you a bigger spine. So you have got all those possibilities. So we have that, and then literally is, I unbound it, I take it out, just put it in here, and you can see that you can do mix it and match it, say wherever you want it, make sure that it's kind of, then I have got a little bit of, I want the parchment in here, but the parchment, that you can see how it alters.
Do you know, sorry to interrupt, Paola,
No, that's fine,
do you know the other thing
absolutely.
I love about this is that you think of all of the companies that do dyes, stamps, inks, whatever it might be, you can think of something from every one of those that's going to work in this perfectly. For instance, you just mentioned parchment there, so you could do some groovy work on a parchment and get that in as a page, and you can make that something really, really interesting. You can get your graphic 45 papers in there.
Absolutely.
Any paper you've got.
There is a sample there from John himself, the blue, the one in front of your eyes.
This one?
No, in front of your eyes.
This one?
This one, yeah.
Yes.
That's graphic 45.
Oh, right, OK. Now, so this shows you the overall concept as well. And I really love, like, the jaunty angles at which the pages come out as well. And you can make those even jauntier, by the way, because, as Paola says, you know, that you can really break the rules with this.
Absolutely.
Because if you've got the extension, like the accessories kit, then you can basically cut that aperture any which way into anything you want to. But that's using, oh, my gosh, right, OK, just give you a quick update, shall I? Approaching 80% of the entire collection. That's everything you see there. So that's the entire possibilities of the Boundless journal. This has gone so bonkers, it's untrue. We've had just over 1 live hour. This is the show that now then repeats throughout the night. So by 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning, I don't know what the state of play will be, to be honest with you. So please do check out as quickly as you can. There's even merit there to joining as a Freedom member if you are not, to max the saving, because actually your saving pays back to you instantly like that, which is really, really good. Sorry, Paola.
No, that's all right. I mean, you know, I know the job you need to do.
we're all somewhere, exactly. I know, it's like poacher turned gamekeeper here, isn't it?
No, but basically I put all the pages in here, and then I kind of put my locking key or locking arrow in this case. I kind of thread it through, and that has already cut the kind of element in there, and that kind of holds it together.
So strong, isn't it, as well?
And you have in here, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. So I have got about 5 that are about 300 GSM, and then I have got some parchment in there. And I love your idea of the groovy plate, because then of course you can bring your beautiful clarity papers, and here there are so many possibilities.
Well, you know why I say that as well is because normally with a journal you have to hold the journal open and then work on one page as the other one is trying to flap its way over.
Yeah.
Or you have to weigh it down in some way, or it won't go through the die cutting machine again, or you can't emboss it again, or whatever. Because with this Boundless journal, you can keep taking the pages out. You can then take that to the groovy plate, go and groovy it. You can then take that to the embossing folder and put that through the die cutting machine again, and then just slot it back into your journal. That's
Absolutely.
it. Do you know the other thing I said to you, and I said this to you earlier today as well? For me, the biggest thing about journaling, when I hear journaling, I think, gosh, the pressure of pages to fill. Because when you buy a journal ready-made, you've got that pressure of, well, I've done one page, what about the other 79? And you feel the pressure of that weighing upon you. You feel that pressure to have to do it and have to finish something. This, you build up at your own pace, and then you add to it as you want to. And that means that you can keep coming back to it again. And it means that you will keep coming back to it again. And you'll keep thinking of new ideas. I have to tell you as well, if you're thinking of, maybe a little quirky little business, do you know what I mean? Making something that was distinct and boutique and something that wasn't out there on the market already, wouldn't this be a good idea?
Because also, even if, one of the things that I have to say massive thank you to not only CraftStube for putting the faith in me, but also John Lovewood and Sam and Leslie and Art Angel and of course Sheila and Julie Hickey, who have made the samples. But this is the thing, is that every single sample is unique, and because of the shape of the slanty pages or the kind of area, is exactly the same, absolutely the same die, but you kind of create completely different effects. It looks different dies. It does look different dies. It doesn't look at it because that's the randomness, and it's using just the one day special to die cut the pages.
You can see, because there's a diverse group of people, as you talked about, who made up the samples for this show, and you can see that they all put heart and soul into this because it's like a breath of fresh air. I mean, this, you think, hang on a second, where has this come from? This isn't a journal page. It is. It's the 2 journal pages there, which have had card put onto the front of them and decorated. How stunning is that as a novel card?
I mean, there is that's stunning. I love this lot as well. I kind of want to mention as well, Art Angel. Look at this. This is the page. You can see it here. So that's the page in there. That is now an easel card. A random easel card with even the stopper has been done with the pages. Yeah. This is, I think this one is made by Sam. If I'm mistaken, please forgive me. But I love the way that you can add as many layers and elements into it. And of course, you can see, I mean, this is the thing. It doesn't matter what your style is. Using exactly the same die, this one, it doesn't have a name, so I do apologize. But, you can see, just folding them exactly the same way, it completely looks different, doesn't it?
Every single stamp you've got, every single die you've got can be incorporated into one of these projects. It can be a book, it can be a folder, it can be a photo album, it can be a card, it can be decor, it can be a recipe book, it can be a travel journal, it can be whatever you want, baby's first folder, because you can keep building on it. That's the thing. The word to focus here on is boundless, because the possibilities just go on and on and on and on. Now, remember, you can break down that price tag as a Freedom member. You can break that down. Well, everyone can break it down. You can break it down into flexi payments, which is really, really good. I would urge you, because it looks like we're only going to get one bite of the cherry this time around, to be honest with you. 80% of the stock of the entire collection has sold out and gone. And once it's gone, we don't have scope for more stock right now. We absolutely don't. We did. We asked the question. John Lockwood was in the building, and if anyone can, it's John, and we can't right now. And this is tremendous. I mean, actually, you do a certain amount of forecasting and looking forward at what we will need for something like this. And I think this echoes the love in this building and the love of everyone in the craft community as well for Paola and backing that idea and that concept, because it is like the biggest breath of fresh air come in through the door, and we absolutely love it. And listen, if you need any more inspiration, and blimey, there are plenty more ideas coming from Paola in just a second, but take a little look at this, because this is some of the finished samples in full living colour. So lovely. Thank you so much as well. I know, you know, it's a bit of a thing trying to check out right now. If you can go via the PayPal option, that should see you straight through the checkout process while we sort out all the other little gremlins. Of course, you can do that via the phone lines as well. Call our team on 01733 60 2000. It is very, very busy on the phone lines, and thanks for bearing with us. But that means that we can enjoy more of you, Miss P.
Well, I'm enjoying of both of us.
Oh,
that's a bit... Right, so shall we talk about the hinge,
yes.
The one that is and I think this one is important because this is one of the reasons I love, you know, kind of when we were talking with John, it was like we bounce each other ideas and kind of I would have my ideas and then he said, but what have you thought about this? And this is one of the reasons I'm making sure that for people who have got a smaller die cutting machine, like an A5 die cutting machine, 6 inches, this wouldn't be perfect for them. But also this is perfect for anybody, because for me personally, this is almost kind of as exciting as the main one, because this one cuts the aperture and scores it, but no pages whatsoever. This is perfect for those backgrounds that we have, those beautiful backgrounds mocking up that we have learned to do because Leonie has told us not to throw anything away.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are different ways. We can then be random. So I'm going to do one random like this. You don't have to measure anything because that will create that randomness, that boundless randomness that we sometimes want to have.
That's what we want, isn't it?
So then run it through, and remember, it will cut and score it, and it will give you that perfect element in it.
And these pages do allow for mixed media freedom as well, don't they? Because they're not so tightly bound that you can only be one-dimensional about your decoration. So if you want embellishments, if you want other bits and pieces in there, there's room, there's breathing space.
I mean, it hasn't scored, you cannot really see it, but there it is. See? It has created that kind of random. But say, well, Paola, you know, I like everything, because I remember one of the comments was, oh, but I like something that is just perfectly silly. So what you do is you take your scoring board, if you wanted to, or, you know, your trimmer, and you create a perfect fold. I mean, I'm doing it quick and easy because I just want to show you. Then what you do is, if the piece of card is smaller than 6 inches, you put your tape like this, right? Then you put the, more or less, if you want to be exact, you put it over a central element like a ruler, so it will give you how many inches is either side. Personally, I do everything by eye. So I have got the scoring line here and here. More or less, I see that it is more or less the same amount here. Press it down. And that will be right in the middle. I mean, I'm not going to be as perfect because this is live TV, and if you score it, run it through a scoring board will give you a much better, definite line through it. Right, so run it through. And
this
then,
is brilliant because you can put now that aperture into anything that is in existence, can't you?
exactly, like I'm going to do like an envelope. But see, perfect in here. It has created that hole in there. And then we can then bring it in, if we wanted to this one in here. Now we need to have a hinge and the locking tags. I have them with the low tag tape just because it's quicker and easier for me to do it. So I'm going to put it there.
Another update, and they're coming thick and fast, let me tell you, as we're talking to you live at 8:27 on Tuesday night. If you want the hinge set of dies on its own, at $10.99, over 80% of the stock has sold out and gone. That's approaching 8:30 on Tuesday night, like 1.5 hours into the whole day's one-day special, Paola.
Oh, well, I mean, I have to say, thank you so much to everybody. And the emails as well. I have read I read your emails to Nikki. Thank you so much, Janice. You know, the team, the blue team has emailed me as well. So thank you so much. So then folded. Haven't done very good a job at folding that, but, you know, live TV, I'll blame everything in live TV. Doesn't matter. The important thing is that is the right width in there. And then we're going to take, I prefer to use, I have given two tags.
Yeah.
So the reason is because I wanted to give you a proper tag here. So that's a tag that you can write a sentiment. So it's kind of a decorative. And then if you have a paper brad, you can put it there and that will hold it in there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But of course, I was saying, I wanted that you don't need anything, just the die cutting machine, the dies, and paper. So I created that tag that is a proper tag. You can use it there, but it has that V shape in here that adds as a lock. So this is why I kind of thought I'll give you a proper tag. If you want to put some baker twines, you can, but I don't want you to need anything other than the paper and the dies. And that creates that journal. There is another way. So this is the one that I did earlier. What did I use here? Again, I can unbound it. Put it together.
Is that an envelope there?
That's an envelope.
Oh, my word.
Because...
You've incorporated that in as a page?
Because you can.
Of course you can, yeah, because you can put that anywhere, can't
this one, what you do is you open it up and
Yeah.
you can see the scoring lines. It doesn't matter how big the envelope is. It could be a much bigger one. You use the scoring lines as a guide. And what I've done is, as a top tip, is you can see those 2 points. I draw with a permanent marker, and that gives me an idea exactly to line those lines in here.
Oh, like a guideline,
You can see it through the holes, but I prefer it with the black. And then again, you can bring them in here.
So actually,
And
do you know,
close it
when you're
even.
talking about, you know, it might be a travel journal or something like that, if I've got a ticket from a concert that I went to, or a train ticket or something like that, these would all be the right size for adding them in if you wanted to as part of that, because you could make the aperture into those. The length of that is about, did you say it was about 2 inches?
2 inches, exactly. So
So
basically, that's a very good point, actually. We didn't mention in the previous hour. So this is 2 inches, and I done a sample, which it was, I would say, you can go about 3 inches. I would probably go a little bit bigger, but 3 inches will give you a half an inch either side.
Okay.
So that's still all right.
Yeah.
But of course, you can make it a little bit bigger or smaller if you wanted to. Now, again, you have got the scoring lines that creates a thicker spine if you wanted to, and you also have an extender. With an extender is this bit. Sorry, I need to find it. Let me show what it is. Oh, where I put it. Sorry.
We should put the details up just while you fish through. Put the details up of the hinge die set as well on its own. So that's got the hinge, and it's got the spine with the little slot in it as well, but it's also got the spine and it's got the extender there as well. In fact, that's just got limited stock on its own. So it looks like we are heading to a situation where if you want to guarantee getting all of the elements of this, the big bundle is the way to go. Please check out via PayPal if you can on the website. That seems to be the swiftest way of checking out right now. Or, of course, if you're watching us live tonight, you can speak to the team who will be here right the way through the shows on 01733 602,000. Just be aware, it has been very, very busy on the phone lines all the way through the day today. And thank you to our amazing team, I have to say, because they have worked their socks off today, Paola, haven't they?
They have, indeed they have. Another point that, like every day, they work very hard.
Oh, of course they do, yeah, but today especially.
Right, so another thing that I wanted to point out, the extender, you both have it on the one-day special, the pages, and in the hinge one, is designed so it will fade perfectly like this, or if you have lots of different journals and you want to bound them together to create a spine, I have created this, and also I've given you the perfect element to decorate it if you wanted to use it in there. So you have got that decoration as well there.
That's really good, because actually you can end up with a situation if you're making multiple layers, and this looks perfectly fine to me, but you can see this is a number of different, because this is boundless. I mean, that could be 3 times that width, couldn't it? So if you just want to bring a little bit of elegance and finesse onto the end of that, kind of, those extenders allow you to do that.
The extenders kind of basically they don't necessarily extend it per se, but it kind of hinges them together.
Yeah, like a bridge.
Yeah, and you need to use glue for that bit, definitely. I just wanted to give you an extra way to decorate it if you wanted to do it. You don't need glue for the journal, but if you want to make it, bigger, then you can use it.
Do you know what, though? I think completely and utterly the heirloom potential of these is just brilliant, because they are naturally, because the way they're shaped, because they're quirky, you'll interact with them. If you were looking at a bookcase full of photo albums that were just standing there like dictionaries and atlases and, encyclopedias and things like that, you wouldn't necessarily be drawn to that, but something that's so tactile and something that's so different, you'd want to pick up and you'd want to interact with and have that relationship with. I think that's the thing that, for me, everyone's going to have their own individual, even though you've got something here which makes a generic type of thing, everyone's end result will be uniquely theirs and it will feel like it belongs to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things I kind of it's a funny thing, because it just spends so much time with the pages. For instance, the main page in here, you can see it is random, and you're thinking, well, it's just a random shape. Oh no, it took me a long time to make sure that the lines were fine, so you could use them. So basically you can use them in many different combinations, and they all give you a little bit of modification, if you know what I mean. It kind of alters a little bit of sizing. I mean, this one looks a little bit more kind of even, but when I bring this one in here, you can see how many different pages come up in there. And then, of course, you glue different elements, like, for instance, the one-day special or the complete collection has these kind of intricate die that cuts into the card, and then you overlay it. Then you have got the accessories that you can then bring in, and all these different ways of kind of mixing them up. And remember, you can take it out at any one point and bring in a jelly plate if you want to add more layers, or you suddenly think, oh, I want to spray something. Then bring it up to somewhere else.
And again, that's really, really important to know, because of the way this slots together. If you ever get to a page in your book, you might have 27 pages in your finished journal, and if you get to page sort of 24 and think, there's a bit more I want to do with that, and actually I need the 2 pages together, you just simply open it out, take that page, go and emboss it, go and die cut into it, go and use it on its own. You can have it flat, so you can stamp on it as well. Again, nothing else is in your way. So the name Boundless is, honestly, it's genius. I've never seen anything like this before. Journaling for me is a journal is a fixed size with a fixed number of pages, and that's it. And that's great and it's fantastic, but you are bound to its limitations, pardon the pun. And this frees you from all of that, because if you want your journal to be a simple card of 1 page, fine. If you want to go to 101 pages, that's fine. If you want to do this over 20 years, that's fine. You've got everything you need to keep adding and changing it, and you'll want to make more and more of these. I just know it.
You know, the other thing is very important is the fact that, for instance, I have got here, and you can see it, I have got some foil craft card. This is about 300 GSM. I have got some parchment here. So again, you can see how I just kind of mix and match those different sizes, the pages opening. Then I have got here some black cards. Then I have got here fabric. Then I have, this is about 300 no, this is more. This is I think this was 450. Now 450, I'm going to be completely honest, when you die cut it, and I didn't use my strong machine, I used one that is a little bit tired, but it's electronical, so it kind of I needed to go in with a cutter and finish the cut, but you can see that it's still cutted.
It's not difficult to do at all, is it?
Yeah, it's just you can then mix it up, and you can of course finish it up.
So we've got loads and loads of messages coming in, as we have done all the way through. We've got Alex, Janice, Adam and Catherine. All loving the show, Paola. There's so much love. I mean, everyone, it's almost like everyone in the building, in front of camera, behind the camera, everyone's super, super, super excited. And I'm not just saying that. Everyone has felt the butterflies here for you, because there's such a lot of love for you in this building as well. And also, this is recognising you for your creativity as well. And I really, really love that, because actually, this is actually Paola saying, you know what, I've got something different to bring to the table, and I genuinely love this. You can see the love and the warmth and your heart and soul that's gone into this.
Thank you. And it's this also kind of thing that means a lot to me, and everybody in the comments on social media. By the way, if you get the one day special or any of the others, and if you want to incorporate it to share them, there is of course a Crafting with John Next Door and Crafts Too. It's a Facebook group. You can post it there. I'm a member, and then of course you can hashtag Miss P Loves, and of course I'll try to see it, or even message me, whatever. I'd love to see what you're making, so that means a lot. Remember you can mix and match with what you can with different materials, of course you can, and just experiment as well. And I know that the shape is a little bit out there, and we were talking about this, I was nervous because it's like, it's not your straight line, it's just a little bit angular, but everybody has appreciated that it's a bit different, and that sometimes is right.
And actually, as you were saying before, Paola was talking about how she developed this as well, and the stages of development. I mean, originally it was intended to be able to fit the dies onto an A5, because a lot of people have an A5 cutting machine, and it just didn't work. The scale was too small. The shapes wouldn't work in the same way. But I think actually, again, if you're like me, and when I think about journaling, I think of big, big pages, and I think of, right, OK, that's a lot of pages to fill, so I've got to be very, very creative, and I feel the pressure to have to fill every single page. You're working with a really, really manageable size here as well. Something that you can build up from literally, 2 or 3 or 4 pages. I mean, I think probably everyone's got a paper pad at home. OK, just to let you know, we've got about 15 minutes left on this show, and this is the show that will repeat through the night. So as I'm talking live at 20 to 9 on Tuesday night, we're talking about over 80% of this entire stock sold out and gone. Now, whether you'll be setting an early alarm for to be here at 8 a.m, Paola, at the moment might still be in the air, so to speak, because this could well be sold out by the time Paola comes back. Well, maybe Paola comes back at 8 o'clock on Wednesday morning. Watch this space, folks. It's amazing. If you want the small journal hinge on its own, by the way, it is now very, very limited. So it looks like we are going to say goodbye to that on its own. It is in the entire bundle, but your last opportunities to get this on its own right now. So the hinge and the extender bundle there on its own at £10.99. Most of you are going for the full bundle, and do you know what? I think you'll be so pleased that you did. And I know the funny thing is, you see so many products on a daily basis. There's always something new every single day. That's the nature of what we do here at the craft store. Introduce you to lots and lots of new ideas. But I think you can see that this one's got legs. Do you know what I mean? This one has going to, not talking about your legs, Miss P, I'm talking about this. This has got legs. This is something you're going to be using in a decade's time, in 2 decades' time. Do you know what I mean? You'll always go back to it. It feels like one of those things, Paola, that you're not going to, it's not going to be a one-hit wonder. You think, oh, I love doing that once, but then I put it away and I never used it again. This is something you will always go to.
You know what? That's, you know, of course it's my baby, so I'm kind of going to agree. But when I saw the boxes that John brought me, that they have been made by Sheila, Art Angel, and of course Leslie, then I was like, just 3 people have done all these samples,
yes.
And they were all the different. Then, of course, then Leonie said something, and this is very important, and hopefully she will be using them as well tomorrow. The fact that actually, you know, it's just simple, you know.
And I think it's right. Okay, sorry. We'll end this conversation at one point or another. We'll just keep breaking into it at the moment. The small hinge die set on its own, technically now sold out. If you do have it in your basket, please make sure that you do check it out. So the only way of achieving that now is the entire collection, which is dwindling by the second. Luckily, we've got 13 minutes left in the show, which is more demo time, of course, with Miss P herself, which is brilliant. By 8 o'clock in the morning, I don't know whether we will be even talking about availability as well. So if you're watching this through the night, please make sure that you check out. It's going to be the quietest time overnight as well to get into the website, and fingers crossed, and use PayPal if you can to get that checked out, because that seems to be working pretty seamlessly at the moment while the other gremlins are being sorted. Thank you. Absolutely amazing. And thank you as well.
Thank you, Crafts 2 and John Lowood for all the help, and Sam has been amazing as well.
And Leonie is definitely using this tomorrow. We were talking about it earlier. We've got a Let Leonie Loose show tomorrow. There will be, is there 1 or 2? I know I'm with the 11 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. I'm with Leonie at 2, and she says she's using these, and she just said, you know what? That is going to make her life just so simple, because she knows she's got a nice steady road there.
It is, absolutely. Now, one of the things I wanted to show you is the hinge, because obviously it has sold out individually, but it's still available in the complete collection. Yes. Now, what you can do is scorecards. I had it in black, but black is really bad on camera, so you can see it.
How many years, Paola? How many years have you been on telly?
Well, it's a bit of a decade, isn't it? But never learn. I just like black. What can I say? And so my boss is like, will you dress with a little bit of color? And one day, trying black and red. Will that work? Maybe. But what I've done is put the hinge. So I have done like a concertina. So I score one and then another one, because you can do that, and you could do it. So then you can have like hidden hinges in there, and different elements through it. So there is that way that it's not just one hinge that you can put. It's just more elements.
This is so clever, and never say it's simple, because its simplicity is its genius. Yeah, absolutely. Katie just said the word. As I was saying it, we both said genius, and it really is, because you think of journaling is a big wide world in craft. It's massive, absolutely huge, and only growing. And you think, well, come on, journaling, it's all been done, surely. And then, hello, Miss P, look at you.
Well, it's funny, because I'm not going to say, look, oh, I invented the wheel. No, but it's just like kind of bringing something that it was creating a slot which could tear it, to create a slot or a hole that is the perfect thickness. Yep. So you have ability to put different types of thickness of cards that is not too thick, not too thin, but that allows you to create those elements. So then it kind of is working it all out. And you can measure it perfectly. You can be a little bit random, like I am being now. It's up to you. And then working it out as a crafter, the best ways for you to craft with, to making sure that you are going to have fun. One of the things that for me was one of the biggest compliments that Leonie said, and she said it off air, I think, it's like, the reason why I love it is because I don't have to think, and I know it's going to look good. That is going to look striking.
Yes, you get a faultless result every single time, even if you feel that you don't necessarily have an artistic ability.
Yep.
Simply putting together papers that are in your collection, fabrics, parchment, pretty papers, whatever it might be. There are other elements in your life that you could bring into this as well. You can add photos to it. You can add whatever you want to it. You can stamp onto it. You can emboss it. You know, and at the end of the day, everyone gets a brilliant result. I have to tell you, there has, in my time here at Hochanda, and I've been around like a fair while here one way or the other, the entire conversation of almost every single person in this building in the last 24 hours, because you kept this very, very quiet right up to the last minute. I have to say, it was like a sacred few that knew all the details. And then suddenly we were all like, what? What's going on here? And then we watched it, and then you did a Facebook Live yesterday, and for me, and I watched that, and I just thought, gosh, you know what? That's genius, and that feels like everyone can do it, because journaling can be one of those things that you think, well, listen, I haven't signed up my membership, I haven't been doing it for 10 years and whatever, so I'm probably too late to the party, to the whole journaling thing. But hello, everyone can pick this up and do this. And just run it through your die cutting machine, you've got the results instantly, and you can make it as big or as small as you want. Boundless is the word, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. And also the fact that, you know, like kind of, I'm here, what I'm doing, for instance, I kind of think, imagine, well, this one is a little bit too big, so I'm going to do it like a little bit smaller. Imagine that you have got like a tiny 4x4 piece. You can then bind it together. Can you see here how I'm doing this bit and in here? So then you kind of take the hinge, and remember, all you need is paper, a die cutting machine, and the dies. That's all you need. You don't need a crocodile, you don't need a paper punch, you don't need baker's twine, you don't need a stapler, you don't need a book binder. All you need is the die cutting machine and the papers. I mean, look at, I'm just done it just to show you that you can bind it like this, or you could even leave it like this. You can then, if you don't mind not being bound, like if you wanted to make sure that you can add glue elements into here. However, if they are bigger than this, they are going to be actually, you are not going to be able to take out. Right.
We've just had the most lovely email, Paola,
Sorry,
for you.
I kind of went
From
silent.
Claire. She says you're very, very naughty because you're making her spend money that she hadn't planned to spend. But hello, welcome to the craft store.
Yeah.
That's kind of what tends to happen here. You know, it's all to the good, really, isn't it? But I can see why. There'll be people that have come to the show because, you know, they've heard all the big build-up to it and everything else, and they want to see it and they want to support you, and they've got here and they've thought to themselves, well, I'm not buying today, not buying today. That's it. I'm sitting on my hands today. I'm not buying. And then gone to them. There are probably lots of people wagging a finger at the telly saying, Paola, what have you done to me?
Can I say a massive hello to Nikki? She sent me an email because she came to my first, some of my first die cutting classes back in 2005, because she knows, like, oh, you just got wasabi, so that must have been 2005. And she kind of learned die cutting with me a little bit. That's what she showed with everybody. And now she's like, I had to buy it just to support it. I said, thank you so much. That meant so much to, and Gwen as well, that, you know, a lot of people that have known me and followed me for, you know, supported me through the years in this industry. So thank you to everybody.
And you know what? Absolutely every single person, when they make their journal, their card, their project, whatever it may be, will always think of you and then come back and watch another show with you, Paola, as well. I think this is lovely. I don't know, again, I don't have names on these samples, so I'm not sure who.
Art Angel. And this is a completely different, I think it's Art Angel, yeah. Art Angel, yeah.
Now, it's using the pages in a little bit of a different way, isn't it? And it's created a little bit of a little seed folder. That's really, isn't that clever, Paola? Really,
and this
really
is the thing. Yes, it's a boundless book, but you can still use your other two ways, like paper punches and twine. You know, to be my guest to do whatever you want to do with it.
That's cool, isn't it? Because you can kind of wrap that up. And tie it traditionally as well. So there are lots and lots of different ideas. Other people sell seeds, I should probably say, by the way, because we showed some seed packets there, but there you go. Right, come on, show us something else. We've got literally less than 5 minutes and not many of these bundles left.
Right, so one of the things I'm going to show is like just kind of, if you have want to use the pages with die cut or, you know, pattern page, you need to do two things. You need to, some of the pages will be like this, so I'm going to just put it through here. So this is going to be on the front of it. And some of them you need to consider. So basically, if you want to use pattern paper onto your journals, what you need to do is think about where the position of the pages are going to be. And this is important because what I'm going to show you now. So for instance, if you wanted the pages to be like this, then you have that one that will go here perfectly. Now, for instance, I want to have one on the back of it, therefore the die has to be facing the other way, right?
Ah, yeah.
So what you need to do, what I have done here, is to put the and the paper like this on top. So this is when if you have got a light box, this is a very good way because you place it like this, or if you don't, you put it to the window, and then you're thinking, this is how we do it. So it's like that. So then you have that perfect page like this. So that will match the inside, and then you do the same thing for this one in here. That one will be also done the same way, whether this one here will be done the other way around. So that's kind of how you create the perfect mats and layers. And remember, if you go for either the one-day special or the complete collection, you are going to get the perfect mats and layers for the pages.
I just love the idea of making like children's storybooks out of you know like mixed media materials. Just looking at this sample, do you know who did this one, Paula?
This one, I think it was Sam. I don't know. This one is Art. I think it's Art Angel.
It's absolutely superb because actually the pages, I mean, you've got a very, very mixed media cover there, and then you've got, fabric and then pages, and it's like really, really interactive. It's got texture. You want to interact with it, all the different types of papers, and I love these little locking keys. I just think they're ever so clever. Really, really good. Lots of different papers and patterns in there. And it's just something that I just think would make such a lovely heirloom, and it would become such a lovely heirloom so quickly as well, which I think is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Please make sure that you check out. We are well over 80% stock of the entire bundle. And remember, this is the kind of A to Z of the Boundless journey from Miss P, our very own Paula. This is such a lovely debut for this, honestly, and we are all so invested in it, I have to say. Not, necessarily in a financial sense, but in a heart and soul sense. We all want Paula to do amazingly, amazingly well, and we're all bowled over by just how darn good an idea this is. And you can see everybody who's made a sample has made something completely and utterly different, unique, because this is so versatile.
It is, and even to the fact that the spine itself that kind of connects everything can be used as a closing hinge in here, or closure, so you can use it. So that's one idea. The way that, I don't know again who has made this one, I wish this is upside down. So instead of having the hinge going inwards, this one has been going outwards. So then you can use them, and then of course what creates actually this way, then what they have done is you have got multiples, and then of course you can glue them here together as well. So you have got a completely different one, and then of course you have used the mats and layers to create a different completely look. There is so many possibilities.
And we will be going through some more of those possibilities, hopefully and maybe at 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning. But if you do want it and you're watching one of the overnight repeats right now, keep checking back at the website, because if there are any bounce backs or whatever, absolutely just go for it. Try and check out via PayPal if you can. I know Leonie will be using this concept tomorrow as well on her Let Leonie Loose shows at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Miss P, thank you. Sleep well, Princess.
You too.
Back here at 8 a.m. in the morning.
Absolutely. And you will be too as well later on.
I will be later on in the day. And fingers crossed that you have some stock to play with in the morning as well. But listen, that's tomorrow's lovely problem to have. If you do have one of these bundles, please do check it out as quickly as you possibly can. Use PayPal. That'll be your best friend tonight. So, next up, I'm going 2 counters down for round 2 of Canvas Core, and then we do this hour all over again with me and Miss P and some chocolate baroque. Still to come tonight on the Craft Store.
Did you know you can watch the Craft Store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for free using our app on Roku? Just like your smartphone accesses an app store to add new applications, your Roku streaming player on Roku TV accesses the Roku channel store to add new channels. By downloading the Craft Store channel, you'll be able to access your favourite craft channel on your TV anytime you want to watch. Here's how you do it. Turn on your TV and connect your Roku device. Next, turn the power on and press the home button on your Roku remote. Scroll up or down to select Settings. Select your network and select Set up Connection. Roku uses a wireless connection, so select your router name and add your password. This should be on the side or bottom of your router. If this is the first time using Roku, then you'll need to set up an account on the device or by going to the Roku website. That's it. Now it's time to add the Craft Store app. Simply press your home button on the Roku remote. Scroll up or down using the arrows on your remote to select streaming channels. Then open the Channel Store. At the top of the Channel Store, you'll find a list of featured, new and popular categories to explore. Enter the Craft Store into the search bar and this will take you to the Craft Store app. Now simply select Add Channel. When you see the Added Channel screen, press OK and return to the home page. Scroll down to the Craft Store app and press the star button on your remote. You can use the arrow buttons to move the Craft Store to the top of the screen for quick and easy access. And that's it! You can watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your favourite TV whenever you feel crafty.
Hi, I'm Donna and this is my brother Simon and we're Pearly Winks Craft Supplies. We've been crafting since we were very young. My mum got us into crafting and we've been loving it ever since.
We have a good selection of inks. We started with our Winks, which are just a water-based ink, and then went on to the pearls. We've added some chalks, we've got some glitter sprays, and then we've added some beautiful stamps to complement the inks.
We've got a fantastic design team who help us with all our designs for the stamps, and we've got a great range of inks which we manufacture ourselves here in the UK.
Our pearl sprays and our Pearly Winks are loaded with mica, so they give you amazing results on your projects.
We hope that our products bring you as much fun, creativity and inspiration as they do to us. We love all of our products and we hope you do too.
Hiya, I'm Hazel Eaton from Pink Frog. Pink Frog is an established company. You may have seen us in shows up and down the country. It's a family-run business up in Chesterfield. Pink Frog started to bring out their well-known Britannia dyes, and then we moved on to a wonderful range of cardstocks. You'll probably know us for our super smooth cardstock, and now we have moved into the world of stamping and we produce high quality polymer stamps for you all to enjoy. We have a wide range of designs and we're particularly known for our flower dies and flower stamps. On our shows I hope to bring you many hints and tips and techniques to inspire you the crafter at home. Make sure you don't miss the Pink Frog shows.
For the past 6 years, Hochanda's been your home of crafts, hobbies and arts.
We've got some exciting news. We've got a brand new name.
From April the 1st, we'll be changing our name to The Craft Store.
This will make it easier for you to find us when scrolling through your TV channel guides and searching for us online.
Nothing else is changing. We'll be the same Hochanda that we've always been.
We're just getting a brand new name.
Demonstration-led, full of inspiration and variety, with our own dash of personality.
Welcome to the Craft Store, your home of everything crafts.
And welcome back. It is the final hour of our day today on the Craft Store. I had to look at my monitor there because I just know I'm going to keep getting the name wrong. Although I've done quite well today to get right the way through the day. Now it's part 2 with the canvas core, and the canvas core is this lovely lady here, lovely Jo Rowe. Welcome back.
Hello, thank you very much.
So we're going to finish off our flowery wreath, aren't we? And we're going to do some other bits and pieces. And you're going to dispel all the myths and all of the terrors that we have about those two words, mixed media.
Mixed media. can I just say, mixed media is simply, you can use everything with everything, and if it doesn't quite work out right, you can just start again.
Rip it up and start again.
I wouldn't even say rip it up.
No.
No, rip it up.
Reuse.
Reuse,
recycle. Absolutely.
And just enjoy the whole process. One of the things that we forget about craft is that we need to enjoy the process.
Yeah.
Even if the end result isn't what you like, somebody else is going to love it anyway. Yeah, because everyone's different. But enjoy the process. Just get lost in the whole process.
That's true, actually. Sometimes we give ourselves a bit of a hard time, don't we, actually?
Totally.
Or we feel like, you know, it needs to be something museum-worthy, and it really doesn't at all. It's got to be... It's the journey, isn't it?
It's
the journey, not the destination.
Therapy and the craft. Therapy
Absolutely.
and craft.
Well, look what it does for you. You're like a tonic for the nation, you.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I must have been taking me fizzy drink, I was going to say, but I won't.
Of which others are available. Right, OK, let's get on with the show and let's talk about what we have available in the show. Now, you went bonkers for these earlier on this evening, and I know exactly why. You have got, first of all, we're talking about journals here. Here are the composition journals, which is easier to look at than say. They come in 2 different sizes, and if I open up the pages here, you can see that they've got that lovely, it's like a faint line in there, but it's like a pre-aging, Jo, isn't it, in here,
absolutely.
which is lovely.
And again, your edges, if you look at those edges, it's already done for you.
Awesome.
If you're scared of it, you don't have to do it.
It's lovely, and it's a different texture in the larger one as well, isn't it? It's very grand looking, this one. This is beautiful. This is 12 by 12, and there are 60 pages in this one. And you get this wonderful, gorgeous, again, lovely aged texture. So it's almost like normally those textures that you do with your inks about, you know, bringing your oxides in around the edges and all of that kind of thing. It's kind of all been done. So you've got that kind of aged look in there already. You get both of those in this price tag here for $19.99, which is really good.
I think the big one is just worth that on its own.
Yeah, it is, really. Well, there are some brands of journals that are very, very plain white.
Yes.
Lined paper.
Yes.
There are certain brands where even that size, you wouldn't get that size for $19.99. So to have the large 12 by 12 and this one as well is brilliant. And that one has 60 pages, the smaller one. $19.99 went absolutely crazy in our first show. So grab that quickly because we don't have as much stock as we would like of that one. Next one, this is lovely. It's the styling of this one that gets me because it's just so beautiful. So you've got this lovely sort of leatherette bound cover, and inside it's like, I feel like this should creak as it opens. Because we're going back to Mrs. Prendergast, who used to work in accounts, and she would work terribly neatly.
The dust and the little moths flying out.
She had beautiful handwriting, so she could write each line of the ledger and see who had spent what, and report back to Mr. Cuthbert, the managing director, at the end of the month as to what kind of expenditure there had been. This is an old ledger. Look to this. Again, all of the edges to this have been aged. You could use this as all kinds of journal, couldn't you, Jo? Throw anything at this, couldn't you?
Absolutely. If you look under the counter there, Derek, there's one that Karen's decorated as a wedding book. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Look at that.
Now, we've not got any work inside it, but look at what's been brought onto the front. Yeah.
Look, look, look. Oh, that's that lovely flock, isn't it, that we're going to be talking about?
Yes.
We're going to have a look at that in a wee while as well. How stunning. But that's what you can do. That's just one of the many possibilities of the way that you can work with that one. 132015 is your item number on that one, and it is $22.99. Remember, checking out PayPal is your friend if you're checking out on the website tonight. Then we've got the third option here. Well, it's not an option. This is an individual item. And this is your mix and match book. Now, I've got to show you in there. This is ring bound, so it's brilliant. So you can take pages out and you can add pages in as well. And you've got lots and lots and lots. There's something like, is it 5 pages of each, Jo? I think, and then the design changes to something else. But they've all got this lovely vintage feel. I love that one. I think it's really, really cool. It looks like the kind of thing that Nan used to write her old recipes on.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Exactly. And
so
lists
cool
as well. I think you're a bit of a list person, aren't you?
Yeah. There's the birds on the wire, which is very Hitchcock feeling. And then you've got nice open pages there as well, which is really, really lovely. £13.99. Just to let you you know on the dispatch on these, by the way, it's going out for you on the 20th of April, which I think is a couple of weeks' time, isn't it? It's the 6th today, isn't it?
Yeah.
So not too far away at all. So 343409 is the item number for that one there, which is your architecture mix and match journal. That's a funny old word, isn't it? Architecture. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's one of those words to get your head around at this time of night, isn't it? 343409 is your item number for that one. Right, okay. This is what we kind of majored on in our first show earlier on with Joe, and there are two different options here, and this is your paper and fabric collection, each of which have 16 pieces, and they are brilliant. So you've got really, really lovely heavyweight. It's more cardstock, Joe, isn't it?
Yeah,
than paper?
it sure is. It's I think, you know, I'd say it's probably 260. Would
They
you
are
say?
stunning.
Somewhere
This one
around
is
there.
blooms and butterflies. So you've got the mix of very, very classic, very, very grand styles, and lots you can see working incredibly well in your mixed media. Let's get those the right way up. There you go. So you've got some tags on that one. Look at that colour. We're so in love with that colour. Joe's going to be
Absolutely.
using it in a moment.
Any minute.
It's beautiful. So as well as your sheets of card in this, there's 16 pieces in it all told, you also have your fabrics too. So I'm going to run you fairly swiftly through the designs because we've got lots to get through in this hour, and we showed you these in full in the earlier show. So if you want to catch up on rewind on that one, you certainly can. But look, you've also got your hessians and your canvas going on in here. So you've got your hessian in this lovely soft peach and in the turquoise. You've got this printed canvas with the flower. Joe's going to use that as well in this hour. Then you've got this lovely textured paper which has a lovely sort of almost metallic sheen, wonderful to use with the glimmer mists. And then you've got this corrugated sheet as well, which is really, really lovely. Now, that's the Butterflies and Blooms collection. And I'm going to move you over to His and Hers. And this all has this kind of wedding invitation kind of vibe to it, Joe, doesn't it? So you've got your wedding cakes, your rings, you've got your His and Hers kind of big background there, which is really, really beautiful. You've got this, which is a little bit more sort of craft card with script running through. Again, nice atmospheric backgrounds as well. So stripes there. This reminds me of a big games compendium that you used to get back in the day. But there's lots of snippability in there, which is fabulous. There's your invitation template, if you like. That's a little bit, I won't leave that on too long because that will do funny things to your eyes on the telly at this time of night. And again, then you've got more tags and elements. And in your fabrics here, and I'm running through this at 100 miles an hour because all the details are on the website for you. You've got your canvas pieces. So you've got your printed canvas, really nice big plain square. Are these 12 by 12, aren't they, Joe?
they are.
Yeah. You've got your black hessian there as well, and another sheet of that wonderful corrugated, which is brilliant because you can just, you know, rip into that for your mixed media projects beautifully. So two different options there, same price, £11.99. I'm just going to leave that chaos there. I'm sure it will magic itself fixed in just a moment somehow.
Oh, no.
Then we have got, now, Joe taught me earlier that what you've got in these mixed media packs is not just the ability to, for instance, on this option, which is the clocks and keys option, these feathers and this clock, they have like an adhesive backing. And so you can literally just take them off the page and you can use them and stick them to something. But what you can also do, as Joe I'm sure will show us again in this hour, is use them as a stencil and keep using them over and over and over and over and over and over again until eventually it says, "Put me down and use me." You've also got this giant sheet of rub-ons. What's a rub-off? I don't know. Who knows? Don't even go there, Joe. So there is your sheet of rub-ons, which is much bigger than the packaging may well indicate, because there's hundreds of elements there. So that's part of it. And you've also got these, and these are really, really cool because they're metal looking, but there's not a bit of metal in there at all, Joe, is there? They're actually little
they're all
flexible,
foamy kind of thing.
They are stunning, aren't they? And they look like collectible coins and your little keys in there. You've also got your little calendar tags there. So you get the day tags there and these cute little, they're almost like I don't know, they're like vintage little sweetie bags, aren't they?
Yeah,
they hold
are.
your
I think
tags
they're
beautifully.
really cute,
They've got a really nice feel to them as well, like the old...
They're almost like glassine.
Yes.
Glassine is a specific product for, well, in foods, but we use it in mixed media a lot.
It's beautiful because it does almost feel like the kind of bags that you did use to get your sweeties in from the sweet shop. It feels
sherbet
really
bags.
substantial. That's one option anyway, £21.99, 204978. Same item number, different option. And this is called the gate and trellis option. And this really is to go more with the butterflies and blooms kind of collection. But of course, everything goes with everything, which is great with this. So again, you have got, which of course double up as stencils or elements that you can stick onto your projects, this wonderful kind of honeycomb weave, which doubles as a stencil, of course, as well. Plus, you've got your garden gate. Plus, again, you've got your huge sheet of the rub-ons, of which you can see that it will be the same kind of scale as the sheet I showed you from the first set, which is quite substantial. I mean, it's little packaging, but that sheet is really, really big with hundreds of elements in it. And your metal-looking elements on this are a garden gate, and you've got your little pens there, isn't it? Fountain pens and little sort of craft knife things. Clever, that, isn't it?
Well, the idea is, I guess, that you're making a little garden book.
Yeah.
If you use the plain journals, then you're making a little garden book where you keep notes of like when you planted certain things and what they are.
When to prune it.
Yeah.
When to trim it.
Absolutely.
All of that kind of thing. Oh, you get your tags, your month of the year tags in there, and the little envelopes as well, which are really cute, for £21.99. Right, I'm whizzing through everything really, really quickly, and forgive me because it'll feel like I'm rushing a little bit, but we've got so much to see. Glimmer Mists are curated into 4 collections of 4 here, which is brilliant. So we've got your Summer Fun, which is your icicle blue, linen, purple, cabbage and a wheat. And you see these in more detail, by the way, on the earlier show, if you get a chance to see it on Rewind. Then you've got your Spring Garden collection, which is your Italian Sunset, turquoise blue, kiwi and pop rocks. I love that as a colour name, it's brilliant. Then you've got Spring Flowers, and Spring Flowers is your Cross My Heart, Summer Glow, Suede and Leapfrog. And all of these Glimmer Mists, if you've never seen them before, absolutely packed with mica. And you don't shake, you twiddle, don't you? You twiddle. You have a little twiddle to wake the mica, and then you spritz away. Again, you'll see more demos of that on the earlier show. And then we've got Diamonds and Pearls. Yeah, Diamonds and Pearls, which is pearl, silver sugar, graphite and gilded gold. And again, Jo uses a fair few of those in the earlier shows in her demos as well. So any of those collections of 4 there are item number 383678 at £13.48. Going out for you on the 20th of April, as everything on this show is. And next, over here, we have got a huge... Now, we didn't see this in the earlier show, Jo, but there's a lot to go at here, isn't there?
There's an awful lot in that collection.
There is.
For sure.
Let me try. I'm going to lift this
really
up just to give you a...
fresh.
Awesome. I love it. How many sheets are there in total? 48. Look at that. I might just make a little bit of a mess, if that's all right, because I just want to take you through, because there's some yummy colours and textures that I want to get to, because we've got kind of some base pieces here. So there's lots and lots of colour and personality pieces. You'll definitely want these if you've gone for some of the other collections as well, because look at how broad this is. For its price tag as well, to have so many different elements going for it. And it's really substantial, Jo, isn't it?
Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. And look at that. Card makers, mixed media, scrappers.
Love that,
It suits absolutely everybody. There is something for every single person in that collection.
I'm going to jump down to this section because I love... Look at that.
Oh, postcards!
Love them. Absolutely love them. Now, some of these, like the postcards and the lined collection there, are available in small bundles, sort of individually, with a smaller number of pieces if you want to, for $9.99. You'll find all of those on the website as well. But I would definitely think about this collection of 48, because again, if you think about all of the colours and the textures that are going on in these, I mean, that is dreamy, isn't it? And so is that, and so universal, and so, if you think about as well what you've just seen on the one-day special as well, and how usable that is, you think about using these for that, and it would just be awesome, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Love it. One more thing. Oh! People will be flocking to see this. I'm going to bring it forward if that's all right, Hannah. Just what I was doing, I'll flatten that down for a second and show you this. I love this. Because this, we didn't even feature it in the first show, did we?
No, that's embossed, and it's got a really different kind of quality to it. If you wet it and try and tear it, it's very difficult to tear.
Oh, I can imagine, because that's almost, I mean, this one here, so you can see the piece above it is sticking to it, because that's like a genuine flock.
That is flock. Yeah, that is actual flock on there. It's proper, like, flock wallpaper.
That feels awesome. I wish you could reach out and feel this, because you can feel the kind of luxury and
you can hear it.
Yeah, the sensuality of that. It's gorgeous.
Ooh,
and
say.
It is very sensual. Well, listen, it's that time of day now, Jo, isn't it? We can be sensual now. And this... I mean, can you see how deep the emboss is?
It's absolutely brilliant, especially spraying onto that is amazing.
Beautiful. Oh, and actually the script one is flock as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Because look, oh, you get some textured ones as well. So this black one is beautifully textured. I don't know if you'll pick that up on the camera. It's got a lovely texture to it. And this one is flock with that script. Oh, I can see why this has been so... Oh, it's handmade.
Yes, it's handmade.
Oh,
it's all handmade papers.
Oh, wow. Well, that throws a whole new light on it, doesn't it? That's beautiful. That's great value as well for $9.99. That's almost like an animal skin texture, by the way. I don't know if you... Again, it's black, so it's difficult to see on the camera a little bit, isn't it? Can you see it? It's almost got like that sort of slightly mock croc kind of look about it, hasn't it? Love it. $9.99, 792 717. Remember, if you are checking out, try and use PayPal if you can when you're checking out, because that seems to be working absolutely swimmingly at the moment. You can, of course, call us on the telephone number that pops up in there, 01733 602 000. Right, Jo, from the pod to you.
OK. Thank you so much. Right. Well, do you remember that piece of paper that we sprayed at the very beginning of the first show?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so Karen and I, mainly Karen, have sat in the green room and chopped it up now, okay? So we've got lots and lots of little pieces, lots and lots of little flowers and the stems. We've also cut some from this sheet. Obviously, I've got the cut piece. We've cut some from this sheet, which is the larger flowers. We've cut some canvas. Okay.
Yeah.
And I've nicked the orange sheet from the end as well, because
so
I
good,
just
though,
really needed this to make everything jump out and hit you. Okay. So if you want to make a nice, clean project, everything that you need is right there. So, for instance, we've done the messy stuff, which was a few sprays, and that's all. So it wasn't even messy. And you can just stick these on any way you like. If you want to make it a little bit mixed media, we're just going to... I've stuck this to a basic wreath base, okay, just a bit of cardboard. Yeah. Now, if we're going to make it a little bit mixed media, here's that chicken wire base, okay, chopped up, because that's what I do best. I love chopping things up. We're going to take a spray, and I'm going to use that linen because it's a soft colour. I don't want to hit this too hard.
Ah, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So I'm going to give this a little wiggle, because I want some of the mica to come through.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to spray through, okay, literally here and there. 3, the rule of 3, golden rule of 3, okay. So I've now got a little bit of shading on here, okay. This is still going to sit on the top. Then I'm going to get this piece. Now I can either spray it, or I can pop a little bit of spray onto the mat next to me. Okay, I'm just going to dry my brush, and I can literally start painting into that canvas. If I want it to flow and sort of move out from where I'm painting it, then I can spray it with water and it spreads that colour. Can you see how easy that's going on?
That's brilliant, isn't it?
It's clever, isn't it?
But that canvas is such a dense weave as well, isn't it?
It is, and it's allowing the spray to actually absorb in, but it's not allowing it to travel unless I wet this with water.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is you can watercolour with these, because you can take them down with water. Okay, so we can do it like this, okay, and we get that little bit of colour on, and I'm speeding up, as you can see, because we have got so much to show, and we've only got half an hour left, I bet. Okay, so I can do it like that, but then, if I want to, I can just get another colour.
Yeah.
And this is a paler colour. This is the golden...
Gilded gold.
Gilded gold, thank you. I haven't got my glasses on. And I can just spray over the top of that. And that will just give it a little hint of colour and lots of mica.
We're coming in.
Okay, I'm going to hold it still.
That's
see if I can tilt it a little bit. Can you look at that?
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow.
There we go.
And that's not even halfway dry yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, look at that. So we've now got that. We've also got those ones that we coloured earlier. I'm going to leave these two black and white. I'm going to colour the butterflies, okay? And I'm going to come in and I'm going to very quickly give these a little bit of red.
That is
in it.
Full on, isn't it?
In it. What a colour.
Lovely.
What a colour. And again, I'm just slapping it on because this paper, cardstock paper, is it really paper? It's not, it's cardstock, isn't it?
Yeah.
This cardstock is such quality that I can just throw this colour on and literally transform these butterflies. But the detail, we don't lose any of the detail on these butterflies. The detail is fantastic.
It's really, really vibrant, that colour, isn't it?
It is.
True,
it is.
like sort of strawberry.
Yeah. Now, if I want to make it even stronger, a little bit more, and then go back to my first one and look at this.
Is that the...
This is Cross My Heart.
Cross My Heart,
yeah.
yes.
This one is Cross My Heart. Now, if you look at this, see how much stronger once you put your second layer on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so look, you've got 3 different densities of colour.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not going to do any more of that because we don't need to. What I do want to do is I just need to quickly clear that colour away. And then I'm going to get some of the kiwi. Okay, a little bit of green. Now, what I want to show you is that you can also stamp with these.
Ah, okay, right, yeah, yeah.
Now, you're not going to get a massive image, but what you are going to get is just a little bit of detail. Just a little bit of interest. And this is where, so this is myth busting on mixed media completely.
Yeah,
okay. Now, we're not really using lots of mediums here, but if I'd have gessoed this first, these colours would be even stronger.
Yeah.
Okay. But now we've gone from a plain piece of paper that we've worked very carefully with. Okay, now already we can see that we've got this interest around here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm literally going to slap this on with a bit of glue. Okay, this is gel medium, it's not just glue. It needs to be a little bit stronger because we are putting paper and card to paper. So we just need to make sure that we've got a little bit of adhesion. I do like that word. I don't know why.
Adhesion,
Adhesion. I love that word. Because it's so much posher than stick it.
Stick it. Yeah, it's true, actually. There are some lovely words in crafting, aren't there?
So that goes down onto there. Now, I haven't even edged the yellow. I've left that because we are going to put so much interest here. Now, you'll see that I've got wonky edges.
But it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, does it?
Because at the moment it's looking like a tabletop from some funky 70s table, isn't it?
Yeah, do you remember the Jetsons?
Yes. Yeah, they'd love that, wouldn't they?
Absolutely. Now, this is soaking wet, so I'm going to have to put a decent blob of gel medium on there, but I'm only going on the centre, straight down, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to look at... Oh, I'm working upside down. Hang on, let me bring it to there. That's it. That's where I want it. Now, all I'm going to do is start bringing these in around. You can see, because this is what I want to show you. This is what I want to show you. See this plain, straight piece of paper? Let's just roll it around a little bit. Open it out. Now we've got some texture. Now we've got an extra shaping to this. And in we go with it. Okay? And we are literally going to throw these in as and where we want them. Just put them down, let them be, enjoy where you've put them, let them actually just sit, she says, while she starts faffing. Don't start faffing, Jo. Don't start faffing.
It's all right, everyone faffs.
Especially at gone 9 o'clock in the night.
It's got to be done, though, isn't it?
It's got to be done. Do like a bit of faff.
Yeah.
Now, I said I was going to keep some plain, and that's because we've got an awful lot of colour going on here. So, again, think about this when you're doing your mixed media. doesn't have to be, everything has to be bright and in your face, okay? You have to think about sometimes a little bit more gentle. There we go, see? Chuck that one in there. And we do chuck, okay? We're allowed to just chuck. Doesn't have to be posh. Okay. my lot that were coming on my lives said, I had loads of messages after. I was like, blimey, I didn't think it was the same person. She was a bit normal.
A bit normal.
Bit normal.
Bit normal. Where do you hail from, Jo?
Well, I was born in Stevenage in Hertfordshire.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I now live in the Rhondda Valley.
Oh, that's right, isn't it? You live under a mountain, don't you?
I live up a mountain.
Up a mountain,
I live
that's it.
halfway up a mountain.
Because you have to go, how far up is it for your garden?
Oh, it's about 30 foot up my garden, yeah. That's why the washing doesn't go out. And the dogs don't get up there either, because I can't be bothered chasing them up there.
Does the gardening get done up there?
We actually had it all patioed.
Oh, did you? So it doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's a bit of a sun trap up there, so come the summer, that's where you might find me.
Lovely. Does the Wi-Fi signal go that far?
Yeah, actually.
Does it? Oh, right, so we're going to see a live...
Oh, yeah, we could do a live
out in the
from up
sun
there.
in a lounger.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it.
And I can give you some fantastic views. Oh, they're best views
Wonderful.
ever. Oh, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that,
Yeah, I think
for
you
sure. So you can see, all I'm doing is I'm plonking these down any old which way. Any old which way. And this then... You can add whatever textures you want. Let's give a little bit of movement to these butterflies, shall we? Can you see, though, these are still soaking wet and I'm still getting shape on them.
There's no stopping you, is there?
I just want to get this done because I want to get on to the next one. I'm really looking forward to the next one as well. Sorry, I get really excited.
We've got plenty of time, so don't worry.
Have we?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we're doing
so
well
much,
tonight.
So much to show you, though. That's the thing.
That's true.
And I haven't, do you know, I forgot to put the rub-ons on this. I'll do that now. Let's just, can you see how all of this has just come from what? This is just, the flowers are from one sheet of paper and that piece of canvas.
Yeah, that's it. So you've used very little. You've got loads and loads left.
Loads and loads. And look at the interest that we've got on this piece instantly.
See, that could be a journal cover, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
That would fit. That
Pass
would fit
it over.
on the front of your doodle, wouldn't it?
Pass it over, my
I'll
darling.
meet you in halfway, shall I?
Look at that.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or you could, excuse me, I'm going to nick that.
Okay.
I'm going to put that there.
Yeah.
And then put that there.
Yeah, that would work.
Look at that for some colour. That's
changed it utterly and completely, isn't it?
That would put it as right cool, wouldn't it? Proper trendy.
Oh, I tell you what, we're a
good.
team.
I tell you.
That's good, isn't it? We've cracked it.
So this can be anything you want it to be. I just want to stick that down. Now, I do want to show you how to use these rub-ons. I'm going to put that to one side because it is very wet. It
Oh,
does
yeah,
need
do,
to
because
dry.
there are so many of these rub-ons on the sheet. The sheet's
Absolutely.
massive, isn't it? There's like hundreds of things on there.
Now, I'm going to take out one of those journals before I move on to the next proper project.
Okay.
I'm just going to take this out because this is my version of the big book, okay? And this is something that I did using products from this show, okay?
Yeah.
So this is this one. So I literally have sprayed. I've sprayed first, I've gone down first, and then I've taken my little piece of gate, okay? So, oh, you don't want to see that page or that page. These are actually working journals, you see. I don't just leave them on the shelf at home and wait for another show. I actually do use them.
Oh, we're about to... Were you going to reveal some secrets in there, then?
No.
Oh.
I haven't got any secrets.
No, I didn't think so, somehow. Although, the Karen begs to differ.
I'm not clever enough to have secrets. I can't be doing that. Now, did you see what I did there? I sprayed one way and then I flipped this over and I used the negative. So we've got the negative and the positive.
Yeah.
So that's, again, how you use these bases, which are in those kits. So then all I did with this was I gave it a bit of a spray and a bit of a spritz. Careful of the counter.
Don't say that. You know, not the brand
I'll get
new
a wipe
counter.
on that in a minute. I'll get some water on that.
I did tell you that even Leonie's had a finger wagging from up high about these new counters.
This is a bit wet, okay? So I'm just going to dab this away because we haven't got time to faff around drying it. So we're just going to drag. But look at how vibrant that stayed. It's amazing, isn't it? On this paper.
Yeah.
And this is the lovely thing. Now, here we go. First of all, don't throw your packaging away. See this?
Oh, I hadn't noticed that on the first time around.
Oh, see? On this page, which
so
I
it's
did as my sample, I've cut the packaging and we've used that to create...
It's full of sentiments.
Yeah, it is.
Always love, love always. Don't hide behind the art. Inspire others, they'll inspire you. Like words, I mean, it's literally full, top to toe, isn't it? So there's another, what, 50 odd sentiments on there or something?
And you'd probably pay about a £5. If these were cut up into a pack, you'd probably pay $4.95 just for that.
And all you need to do is take a pair of scissors to them.
Absolutely. Right,
Okay.
now, rub-ons. I have to show you these rub-ons. My opinion only, best rub-ons. Best. They are on parchment, okay? This parchment, this makes it so easy for these images to be laid down. Now, I can instantly see a couple that I really like. And I've got this moon here. I've got this sun here. Now, ordinarily, when you get these home, personally, I chop these up and I put them all into like a little plastic box. Because if you handle them too much, they're such good quality that you're going to end up eventually rubbing these away. They're that easy to use. So, I'm going to show you. Now, let's see what I've got. I'm going to end up having to use the back end of my scissors. Okay. Actually, let's see if I've got a little... Have I got a little tool thing in here? 2 seconds while I have a little rummage. No, we're going to go with the back end of the scissors. Okay, blunt scissors. Very blunt scissors. You can use your thumbnail. I'll show you a thumbnail. Here we go. Look. Now, I think you can see that I'm not
Could you use a coin?
You could use a coin.
Would that be too rough?
No, you could use a coin,
Yeah, okay.
as long as it's not got serrated edges, really.
Right, okay.
You
That
could
one.
use like an old credit card or store card.
Yeah.
Bingo disc. I don't know. You could use anything you like, really.
Oh, bingo. Do you think that'll be back on the menu again soon? That'd be good, wouldn't it?
I can't play bingo.
Why? Because can you not keep up, or what runs
I get
it?
too excited.
Do you get giddy?
I do. And I go, oh, it's me. No, it's not.
Do you know, bingo is the only time when I drink that well-known black thing
Stuff.
that you have in a pint. Yeah.
With the very white top.
That's the one that
yeah.
takes a long time to pour.
Yeah.
The problem is, because I don't drink it very often, it makes me quite giggly, and that's not good for bingo. I only do it responsibly one at a time, by the way, but it only takes just the one, because I'm not very tall, so it doesn't take much to fill me up.
To fill you up?
Yeah, it's like a meal, isn't it?
I can understand that, darling.
But it makes me giggly, and then I miss the numbers. Anyway.
I just think I'm too noisy for bingo.
I can't imagine you. I mean, I have to say, with the greatest respect in the world, and I love you dearly, and please don't slap me even from behind your screen, but I can't imagine you staying quiet long enough for a game of bingo.
It's all right, I'll slash your tyres later. Did I just say that on TV?
Yeah, I think you did, yeah.
Oopsie, I'm getting the look from Mrs McCarthy.
It's all right, it'll all stand up in court.
Right, can you see this? Can you see? This is just my normal nail. I haven't even got falsies on today, okay?
Yeah.
So this is my normal nail, and look.
Oh, look at that.
How cool is that? Isn't it just amazing?
Awesome.
And if you can just find so many images.
There are hundreds on there, aren't there, on that one sheet?
Let's just do this, because this is how to make. You can make a whole page. You can make a story on the page.
Jo?
Yes.
Is this our second demo that we're doing?
No, I'm going to go on to that
another
now.
one. Right, okay, so I'm going to have to stop you at some point, only because I don't want us to run out of time.
Okay.
And I want to tell everybody about the journals. I'll let you finish off.
I've done that.
There you go, there's the owl, beautiful.
I made a bit of a scratchy mess of that one, but that'll do.
No, it's
but you
lovely.
can see how easy it is to use those rub-ons, can't you?
I love it.
Okay.
Right, now you get set up.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk to you lovely people about journals right now, because these are very, very busy indeed. Busiest bundle I would imagine is probably this one, is it? Because this is the one where you're actually getting 2 different sizes. So you are getting the 60-page one, which is the 12 by 12 pages, and then you've got this one, which is another 60 pages, isn't it? The size of this one, 15 by... what is it in inches? I haven't got it in inches.
6 by 4?
Something like that. I'll get a ruler on it later. But anyway, it's about half-ish the size, isn't it? I would say it's probably maybe like a 7 by 6 or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, it's a smaller one. Oh, it's a 9 by 7. 9 by 7, everyone. Thank you very much. I know, it's great, isn't it? Great team effort tonight. It's great. Anyway, you get both of these for £19.99. Look at the way the pages are beautifully, beautifully set out. So that's like a faint line with aged edges in the smaller one, and in the larger one, you've got this amazing, again, like aged texture all the way around it. So it's kind of like pre-aged. It's brilliant. Half the work is done, and you can just get in there and have fun by decorating it up. So that is 463633 at £19.99. Check out on PayPal if you can on the website, because that seems to be the way, that seems to be your quickest route out. The best way to avoid the jams on your way home tonight. Then we've got the ledger. Now this is lovely because the ledger has this lovely kind of leatherette bound finish to it with the studs there, which makes it look very, very... If I just take the labelly bit off for a minute, if I can, because then you can see the full... Can I? Yeah, why not? See the full splendour of it. Let's just throw it all, caution to the wind. And when you open it up... Sorry, Kirsty, I will pick it up. When you open it up, it's like a vintage ledger. It's beautiful. Pounds, shillings and pence in there.
You do like your lists, Derek.
Yeah, no,
you
I do. I love anything. Yeah, I don't know why. There's loads I want to put in there. I think it's great. It's really, really lovely. And that is £22.99, 132015. Very, very busy, not a surprise. And this one, the mix and match one, again, is very, very popular. I guess as well, because this one is ring bound. So if I just send that round to the back for a minute so we can see it. So this is ring bound, so you can open those rings, of course, and that means you can add pages. Again, it gives you that versatility. If there's a page that you want to work on, and what with these, you've got kind of like 5 pages of the same design in a row, and then the design changes to something else, and they've all got this like vintage. So this is brilliant. I think this would be like a wage slip back in the day, wouldn't it? Hours worked, overtime, less cigarette breaks.
Overtime. Most important
overtime.
word.
Remember, overtime, very, very important. So we don't have cigarette breaks anymore, do we? Because this is a no smoking channel.
Absolutely.
There's your bird on a wire, which is very Hitchcocky, which I love. And then you've got aged pages there. And that, I don't know. I'm not sure if they're like old inventory pages of some sort. Feels like from a cotton mill or a factory or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you go all floral, and then you go all...
Well, that's
the word.
That's your mixed media.
Splotty.
Media background, isn't it?
Splotty.
So I've done for you.
Background, that's it. Thank you. I couldn't think of a word, so I just made a noise. There you go. It's very late. 343-409. I'm not good on an early shift, and clearly it's spreading to late shifts as well. 343-409 is the item number there at £13.99. Right, that has kept us beautifully in time. So, lovely lady, we've got about another 15 minutes or so.
Okay. Oh,
we've got plenty of time. Oh, we have the luxury of time tonight.
Hey, wow, that is a luxury.
So what you got for us?
Okay, so I'm going to use one of the small journals from the 6 journal pack. So this one I think is about 5 by 5.
Oh, yes. Shall I show you these just while we're here? Because... Just very, very quickly, I'll just do the business on these because these are really, really good.
They're quality.
Because you look at the item number on this and you look at this and you think, OK, I'm making a choice here. It's either going to be 2 of these or 2 of these or 2 of these. No, it is all 6. And these are beautifully stitch bound. So you've got 2 which are craft cards, which are beautifully stitch bound in the centre, which is beautiful. Then you've got these. And what did we know about the paper in these plain ones,
Again,
Jo?
you're talking about 240, 260.
Yeah,
I would
that's
say
very, very
260.
substantial.
And again, they're stitch bound, as you say.
Yeah.
Now you can actually really throw a lot of stuff at these.
Oh gosh, yeah.
A lot of stuff.
And then you've got these, which again are so cute, and they've got this lovely sort of soft, muted, it's sort of pinks and chocolate, sort of very subtle, sort of melange background, I want to say. Melange, that's a good word, isn't it?
Get you.
More than one word, more than one colour blended together. Let's call it melange.
Okay.
That's lovely. So you get all 6 of those for £12.99. Again, very, very popular. We didn't have time to... Because it's one of those things you look at and you think, oh, not much hanger appeal to look at. But it's what you can do with them, isn't it?
Absolutely.
737543 is the item number. And Jo, you've got one there.
Okay, I've got one here. This is the 5 by 5. Now, we could do the cover, but we did a journal cover earlier on. We're going to go straight into the inside, and I'm going to use the garden gate, which is within one of the packs that you've got there in front of you, Derek. And again, I've split it, because I always do, and you can see this one's very mucky, again. Always get them mucky. get 'em mucky. Get 'em mucky.
Well, these things are for using, aren't they? They're not just for sitting there and looking at, are they?
Right, this is something. Now, you guys out there, I hear so many times, especially when you go to shows, oh, I bought this off you at such a point and I haven't used it yet. Why? Get it out, get it used. It's not just for touching, feeling or sniffing, it's for using. So let's make a mess with it. Let's just crack on. There we are. We've already, look at that.
Well, that's nice,
That's
isn't it?
nice, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this side down over here because we're going to go sort of double spreadish, if you like, if we get time. But we're going on the inside cover. Can you see? And if you go like that, you get it going the other way as well. Right, so there you go, you've got some texture straight away without using anything. A lot of the time, when you're working in a journal, you kind of think that you don't want much texture in there because you don't want it to get too bulky. I love bulky journals. I like those journals that get really fat and you can't close them anymore.
Yeah, why not? I mean, they're not going into a specific space.
Exactly.
Are they?
Well, unless you've got chock full shelves and you haven't got. Anyway.
Make room.
Make room. Make room. Now this time you've seen me cutting. You've seen me being very, very careful. I'm taking papers from the end
From the
collection.
big pack. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just going to tear because tearing is so good for the soul. I love tearing. So we're just going to rip a few bits like this, and I'm just going to tear random pieces.
Because you can.
Because I can. Because I can. And we're going to kind of collage with this. Karen's wondering where on earth I'm going. She's standing over there with it. She's like that.
She's at the end of her tether, I think.
What's going on, Joe? You're ripping everything.
She's at the end of her tether.
Now, let me show you something. I did say to Karen, we can all go and buy packets of flowers that look like this, okay? There's little packets of flowers that you can get anywhere, and they look like that. So I said to Karen, can you make me some flowers?
Yeah, they're like the cheapy shops.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So I said, well, with these papers and with this Hessian, can you make me some flowers? Because I don't want to use them, because, like, we're better than that, aren't we? You know? So anyway, we're going with it. So Karen sat, bless her, and cut me a load of flowers. So this is how we're going. I'm going to stick this down here for a start. Oh, let me show you a little trick. Hang on. Let me just show you this. Now we've got...
I think Karen should have a microphone, you know.
I think
you two would be one of the most incredible double acts you've never seen.
Shall we do it next time? So I'm just going to...
Actually, she's doing quite well without a mic, actually.
She's putting
with
me
the
off
hand
over
signals,
there.
she's doing quite well in the background
You
there.
know how we tend to, like, you know, we get... When we're being posh and proper, we do all of that on the edges and do the edge...
Yeah.
Not really enough time for that, is it?
No.
Let's just
I wondered what you were going to say then.
Let's just splosh it down on the mat.
I was about to get the bleep button out.
Yeah, no. You haven't got a bleep button. I learnt that.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
You haven't got a bleep button.
Once it's said, it's said.
Yeah, so I'll be very careful. Now look. Instant. I've got my edging done. I haven't had to faff, okay? So let's get a little bit more onto this piece as well. Just... enjoy making a mess. Merry mess making is what we're all about, okay? So we're doing a bit of this. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is get back with one of these stamps, get a little bit of colour on here. I don't want to stick my journal in there though. And I'm just going to plop that down, and we're going to get... Did you hear her laughing then? Because I said the word plop.
You have to carry on. I've got no microphone.
Haven't you?
No microphone.
Oh, okay, we'll just keep going then.
Tell them.
Derek hasn't got a microphone. We could cause a few bits of mayhem now, but we won't.
Oh, I'm
back
now, apparently.
Oh, are you? Okay.
I'm back to
all right, behave now.
maintain
so if you look
order.
Here, all I've done is I've used up some of that spray, and I've used a stamp, and I've got myself some nice bits of detail. Okay, I haven't even got an ink pad out, have I?
No, that's true.
Now, if I come in like... I don't want to cover all of this up, so I'm going to come in like this. Where's my doodah?
Doodah?
Yeah, you always need a doodah or three. There's a doodah. There's a doodah.
Oh, that kind of doodah.
Right. That's the doodah. Okay, so now we're just going to make up a little bit of a background, because we can. Because we can. A little bit of glue. Don't glue your edges right the way down. Leave them sticky uppy so that you get a bit more texture. Okay. And then we'll get that piece, and I think we'll come in like this. So can you see, you can start to build whatever you want to build, and this is just using those papers and this one little journal. That's all we're doing. Now, a little bit of flour. Let's see what we can do. I've not even got any brads with me, so I can't stick anything in the middle to hold these down, so I've just got to make it up as I go along now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of this hessian. There we go. Now, making your own flowers. Blob of glue, hessian in, blob of glue, purple in, blob of glue, and another flower in. Scrumple it up, like a quick scrumple.
Cute.
Okay, just mess it up a little bit. If you want it even messier, get yourself a spray. Oops. Get that one out of the way. Get yourself a spray. Yep, this one will do. Just bring it down in colour a little bit. Okay, and let's stick that on. Then, this is the most simple journal page you can ever think about. How easy is this? I've got a butterfly that I cut earlier from the orange paper, again from that big bundle at the end.
Yes, from the big one, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll bring the details up
And
for you.
all I'm going to do, so again, because this cardstock has enough weight to it that if you bend it, it's going to hold. Okay, so we're going to bend that over our fingers, fold it in the middle. A little bit glue down the middle. I'm going to pop that in there. We're going to go back to our rub-ons.
I wonder if that's what your garden looks like 30 foot up and you just don't know.
I don't think it does. I don't think there's much colour in my garden 30 foot up at the moment. I do need to get to grips with it. I'm going to add some more of this hessian. I was going to go back to the rub-ons, but I've just shown you those, so I'm not going to go back to those. That's, you know, that's the way I am. But I am going to go to the packaging. So we've got this lovely little...
Oh, yeah, because you've got all the sentiments on the inside of the packaging.
Yeah, we've got this lovely little garden-y theme going on now, look. You can see how I'm just building it up. Just using those papers, using that bit of hessian in one little book. Look at the amount of detail that we can get. Yeah? How cute is this? Now, if I had gems with me, or if there were gems in the programme, I would be putting gems in the middle of those flowers. I'm not going to worry about that. What I do want to do is come to this packaging, put my specs on, and have a little look. What can I find in here? Oh, life is too short to drink bad wine. I don't think we want that one. There we are. This is my favourite. This is my favourite. Always drink responsibly.
Red or white, madam?
Neither.
Neither?
Neither.
No?
Lemonade or coffee?
Oh.
Lemonade or coffee, girl, me. My drinking days are well and truly over.
Oh, well, there you go.
I'm too
well,
old
next
to
Monday, when we can again.
I'm too old to handle hangovers.
You're a cheap round, aren't you?
Oh, very.
Lemonade in one hand and coffee in the other.
What can I say?
Fabulous.
Oh, what can I say, Derek? Bless your heart. What car does he drive? Okay, I'm going to say this. You call it messy. Okay, and this is what I'm saying about the process. Enjoy the process. Because at the end of the day, it's your piece of work. You've created it how you like it, and you've enjoyed it. You've just enjoyed the whole thing. It says, you call it messy, I call it creative. And that is just one little page in one little journal.
Turn it round so it's the right way for you,
Oh,
Jo,
sorry.
and then we'll see it the right way round as well.
Forgetting.
Well, you bless you. Were you doing it upside down for us, and we can look at it the right way up?
Yeah, it's part of the thing of I do a lot of lives, so you tend to go
used to doing everything upside down. There you go.
Yeah, I'm just going to cut a little spot out of the middle if I can do it in a circle. I'm a bit rubbish at cutting, very rubbish at cutting circles. Maybe we'll abandon this. Let's just do this, because I just want to put something in the middle of those flowers, and I haven't got any gems with me. So look, we'll just do this.
You know, also with glasses like that, you need to write a book as well.
Shall I?
Yeah, you definitely. I can see you, like, you know, because you always have the author inside the front cover, don't you?
Do you?
I can see. Yeah, I can see you. Yeah. Why
Haven't you got to be clever to do that, though?
Of course, of course you're clever.
Have you got to be proper intelligent to write a book?
Story. You've got a story to tell us. I know. You could make up some characters, couldn't you? I bet you've met some characters in your time.
I couldn't say. I honestly,
I just know the answer.
Daren't say. Not on live TV. Anyway.
There's a book in all of us, they say.
Do they?
Yeah, apparently.
Well, maybe I have had an inkling to put pen to paper in the past, but I've always resisted.
What would it be? Would it be an art book?
No.
No?
No. No, it would be...
Racy novel?
Oh, Karen's over there going, oh, yeah.
Would it be a...
Would it be a racy novel?
Would it be a bodice ripper?
Oh, I say, I'm having a flush.
32 Shades of Turquoise.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Oh, Karen, can you make a note of that?
Yeah,
because I think I've just got to do it.
I'll do the voiceover for the film.
I love it. This is one of the little sentiments, I think, from a piece in this first paper pack now. These little banners are absolutely fabulous.
Hang on, you still haven't told us what your book's about.
I didn't.
Or is it romantic?
Oh, gosh, no. Do you really think I'm going to do romance?
Is it like a crime novel?
Oh, it could be.
Could it?
I could easily do a crime novel. I have 3 patios.
You did what?
I have 3 patios.
Oh,
It's quite a lot of burial space.
Gosh. So glad I asked.
Let's just pop a few people under the patio.
Anyway, where were we?
So I'm just picking up a little bit of this residual colour now on here. Is this really about craft? Of course it is.
I've got 3 patios. That's got to be the line of the day, isn't it?
Oh, my husband keeps telling me I'm going to be buried under one soon. Just in case I disappear, everybody, OK? So I've now just popped that little banner at the top of that page. Obviously, this is going to need a little bit of finishing off with a little bit of shimmer, though. We can add to it.
It's a page we'll never forget now, because it's been like a story of our lives this last hour, isn't it?
See that purple bit there?
Yeah.
That's the patio.
That's the patio. That's one of them.
We're just gonna pop a little bit of pearl over the top of this to give it a little bit of shimmer. And as that soaks in and dries, you're going to see the most amazing sparkle. I'm just going to turn it a little bit.
Oh, yeah, we can see it on the butterfly wings there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Jo,
yes,
you were talking
darling.
about you do lots and lots of lives. Where?
I do a lot of my lives on my personal page, which is Joanne Rowe, R-O-E. I also do some, or the girls do some, on a page called Craft of Hearts.
Ah, fantastic.
Okay, so that's Craft of Hearts on Facebook, and my page, which is Joanne Rowe.
So if you want more of Jo, because she's just like, you should go on the road, I think. You know, when the theatres open up, you do a one-woman show. It'd be absolutely amazing.
We have got a tour planned this year.
I'm not at all surprised. So go and find Jo when she's doing her lives as well. Please make sure that you check out your baskets for this show as well. It's been amazingly busy. The handmade papers, the packs, the glimmer mist, the papers, well, just about absolutely everything. Jo, when are you back, my darling?
I'm hoping next month. I'm hoping.
You're hoping?
I'm hoping, but we just have to wait for a bit of confirmation.
Okay.
Because everything's coming from the States, so we just have to plan everything.
All right, lovely. It's nothing to do with the patio, anyone, don't worry. Thank you, Jo. Always a joy. Thank you. As ever. And thank you. If you're checking out your baskets right now, don't forget, of course, PayPal is your friend as you're checking out at the moment while we sort out the other gremlins. And thank you so much for your company. Stay right where you are, though, because there's another chance to see the one-day special after this little break. See you soon. Yeah, you'll be lucky if it's still there, to be honest with you. Miss P Loves the Crafts 2 collaboration on the one-day special comes up after the break. If you haven't got it checked out, do it as quickly as you can. Have a good night.
Hi, this is Els from Elizabeth Craft Designs. Elizabeth Craft Designs is a Colorado-based company. It's a family company, so husband, son, daughter all work in the company, and then a fantastic team of designers, because a company cannot exist without a great team around yourself. What we would like to share with you is my passion for crafts. We love all the concepts we have, so we have from cute till classic and beautiful designs. We love our journaling planner line, and we are going to bring you our ideas, our passion, and we hope to transfer that passion to you.